It's open. Welcome everyone to our first session of Connecting Us Together. I hope that this is going to be a very fun game and maybe depressing, probably slightly. We're going to start with the intro. The players have already read this intro, but for the sake of recording and potential audience, I'm going to read it again out loud with some music. Let me know. This is too loud. The Cosmos. A series of realities and worlds connected together by the weave of the very universe itself. Made up of the physical planes of the material, Feywild, Shadowfell, and the planes of the four elements, fire, water, earth, and air. In addition, there are the outer planes of Elysium, Arborea, Hades, and Carceri. Gateways to planes beyond that mere mortals cannot travel to. Between these 11 planes of existence live tens of millions of souls, living, working, fighting, and loving, all under the protection of the deities Mycordia, Vita, and Veritas. At the center of these lands lies the grandiose city of Nexus, a metropolis purpose-built thousands of years ago to act as the beating heart of the cosmos. Nexus connects all the planes of existence together, allowing free and instantaneous travel to every part of the cosmos, and acting as a hub for trade, diplomacy, and friendly relations between peoples of all walks of life. For those that live in Nexus, they enjoy a standard of living most dream of in a city that has everything they could ever desire. For those that travel to Nexus, they marvel and awe at its towering structures, broad streets and avenues, and splendor that seems second to none. However, this is not the Nexus of today. 20 years before this very date, a calamity of monumental proportions struck the cosmos, leaving no soul unaffected. The Cataclysm, as it's known today, struck without warning, extinguishing the magic portals that connected the realms together forever. In the blink of an eye, families were separated, people trapped away from their homes, and the open trade that kept communities like Nexus running terminated. The Cataclysm itself was enough to throw the cosmos into turmoil, but that alone was not the only misfortune to strike it. For every attempt to rekindle the portals, or to cast powerful spells to transport one to another world, was met by a horde of heinous, ferocious, and murderous aberrations that would pour from these portals like a destructive waterfall. Tens of thousands died the first day of the Cataclysm in Nexus before the new portals could be closed, sealing the city away from the cosmos. After the Cataclysm, the people of Nexus continued forward, a period of community and optimism sweeping over its populace. Yet, as the portals remained closed and the horrific aberrations continued to lurk outside every attempt to leave, this hope and optimism faded as months turned to years. Many began to believe that the city should prepare for the long term. Calls for rationing, better organization, and expansion of food-yielding farmland, and stricter laws to curtail crime began to echo throughout the city. None of these voices were louder than those coming from General Elcor Belazir, a famous dragonborn general from the material plane who was trapped in Nexus. Yet, the corrupt and decadent council of the city continued as normal, more interested in lavish balls and feasts, not willing to face the harsh reality that their people were now seeing. Thus, 3 years after the Cataclysm, Elcor Belzir led a coup that overthrew the council and had them executed during a feast. He then established the Nexus Interim Authority to maintain control over the city and to refocus its efforts on long-term survival. The policies of the new government for a time turned the desperate crime-ridden Nexus around, and society began to heal. Those who grumbled and chafed under the new laws and direction of the city, but crime was stamped out and rationing efforts allowed the city to eat once again. Only a year after the Nexus Interim Authority was established, a group of disgruntled, powerful magic users tried to lead a coup against the NIA itself, not satisfied with the government's policy of ending attempts to re-establish contact and connections with the rest of the cosmos. This coup was harshly put down, and other magic users and mages were either executed, arrested, or went into hiding. To this day, spellcasting or magic above a certain threshold of power are illegal in Nexus, with those that are discovered dealt with swiftly. Despite the mage purges, as it came to be known, life in the city crawled along with no end to the Cataclysm in sight. As years passed, the city slowly but surely began to wither and die. The great, powerful forges closed first, as new metals and materials were no longer flowing into the city. Next were the universities, with powerful magic outlawed and many losing hope that their education would mean anything. They shuttered their doors as well. Anything that wasn't food began to run out or be recycled, with luxuries the city had taken for granted in the past having been exhausted, and even basics like clothing, metal items, and building repairs were all recycled. While the Nexus Interim Authority had repurposed the vast gardens of the city to farmland, the lack of fresh, fertile soil began to take its toll, and every year the crops produced less and less. Livestock and pets disappeared as people struggled to feed themselves, animals like rats and birds vanishing as they were hunted down. It is now 20 years since the Cataclysm, and Nexus is on the brink of collapse. The Nexus Interim Authority hands out what food it can muster to the populace, but even if you were to guarantee your rations every day, which is a difficult prospect, you would still go hungry. Powerful forces have risen to counter the rulers of Nexus, taking territory and resources away to further their own goals, or to protect those they deem as worthy. The Rose Syndicate, once nothing more than a petty gang of thieves, has risen to become revolutionaries, fighting an open war against the Nexus Interim Authority, and calling for a change in policy on the portals, with the motto, "Better to die fighting than die wasting away." The Apostles of Veritam have begun to wage a crusade on the population of Nexus, believing that it was a lack of faith and worship that led the gods to abandon them, and that only by purging the sinful can the connections to the cosmos be restored. Lastly, the Brokers, a loose group of moralist merchants, has wrapped their slimy hands around anything of value left in the city, whether it be food, blood, or sex, and is wringing the city dry. Its members offer anyone a chance to earn a living in the city, as long as they are willing to pay a high price, to the detriment of those who aren't willing to pay, and to the benefit of its shady leaders, whose goals remain mysterious. The people of the city have lost hope of salvation. Those not wrapped up in the violence-consuming Nexus sit in their hovels waiting for death. The city is one bad day away from complete and total collapse. It truly seems like nothing can save Nexus. No one can find a solution to the Cataclysm, and nowhere is there any sign of salvation. It would take a miracle at this point to turn the tide. A miracle that may just present itself soon. We begin our game in the center of Nexus itself. A towering, multi-story fountain is the very epicenter of the city. Clean, flowing drinking water coming from the very tip of it, flowing down its many cascading sections down to a large pool of water from which the city gets a lot of its drinking water. It flows down into aqueducts that go under the very streets to collection points and wells scattered throughout. Here, under the shadow of this massive fountain, there is a collection of thousands of people in one of its large plazas, all of them clambering to get their daily rations. There's about a half dozen or so guards with sharp, shining weapons guarding the handout out of the back of a cart, small wrapped cloth packages handed to civilians. In days previous, there might have been a normal queue, but those who come for their rations know that they're likely to run out soon. So instead of an orderly handout, it is a mob of people desperate for anything to eat. Amongst this crowd is one individual wrapped in a small dark cloak. Ophelia, if you could describe your character for us.
Yes. Ophelia appears to be a tiefling woman. She has a pale, kind of almost gray, ashy undertone, though. She has short horns at the tops of her necks, and her ears and her hands have black tips, as if like her nails are painted, but it fades into a black and then a red and then her skin tone. And the tips of her ears have little black fades as well. Even though she's wearing a cloak, she is sure to show off the goods before kind of pulling it at the belly button area. And she has, looks and attractiveness is completely subjective, but you would say that appears to be quite a handsome woman. She has huge tits too. And a really nice ass. I mean, but
What are you doing in this crowd, Ophelia? Why have you come here?
As of right now, Ophelia is looking for, as she kind of like undoes her cloak and kind of shows off her little boosted corset, the white corset, trimmed in gold. She's looking if any person is kind of looking at her with those bedroom eyes.
Most of the people in this crowd seem to be more focused on trying to get what food they can. But every so often, someone gets to the front, is handed their cloth package of their rations, and peels off to quickly find their way home before this can be taken away from them by force. Those who are still hungry are not paying attention, but every so often, once they have it in their hands, they'll walk past where you're standing, and you always get the kind of, I've got the look as they see you for the first time. And just now, you see a man who seems to be about in his 30s. He seems to be half elven. His ears kind of gently pointed. He has dark, bushy eyebrows and even darker hair. He's got his ration in his hand, and he's got a big smile on his face, and he's heading home. But you can see him look to the left at you, standing there, presenting yourself.
I will approach him.
Hello.
Hello. You must be hungry. But you know what satisfies my hunger?
I'm sorry, I'm not willing to share my ration today.
Oh, no. I don't want to share your ration. I would like to trade for it. Something much better than stale, boring, moldy bread. I can give you something that's going to fill you up. Much better.
Well, unless it's like new clothing, I could use that.
Better than clothing. Come here. Closer, come here.
He seems to be hesitantly approaching you, not because he seems like this is shady, although it is, but because he's staring down at your goods.
Do you know it always leaves me feeling satisfied and filled? Better than bread?
What's that?
A nice, good fuck. So much better than bread. It will leave you satisfied for days.
I guess.
How about you leave that stale, moldy bread with me, and in 30 minutes we meet over there and I make sure you leave feeling quite full.
Okay. He hands you the package. 30 minutes, right over there.
30 minutes, darling, right over there.
And we're gonna have sex, right?
Oh, we're going to have more than sex.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Um, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. All right. And he kind of walks away, looks back at you, walks away. Looks back. Now he's like looking over the crowd.
Idiot. She has a little bag. Not little bag, but she's gonna put it into her pockets, and you can see that her pockets already have a couple of other pieces of bread.
As the man walks away and you tuck away your ration, you turn your attention back to those who are coming out of the line, looking for your next score. In the line, amongst the people who are handing out the food and the rations, there are a couple of clerics in white gowns and robes, one of them who you're very familiar with. But she seems to hand the ration to what seems to be two young men. One of them with bright red hair and the other with sort of a white silvery color. They both grab their rations from her and they turn away. And as they do so, you can't help but see the one in front with the silver hair seems to catch your eye. They both look young and naive as they seem to joke with each other in the middle of a crowd who could riot at any moment. A perfect mark.
Can I?
As you approach, go ahead. As you approach them, Varian, can you describe your character?
Yeah. So, Varian looks to be in his mid-teens. He has silver hair, goggles on his forehead. He seems to be wearing some kind of like armor, but it seems mostly to be like crafting armor, like you would have seen a blacksmith wear way back when they had blacksmiths. Um, he he's pretty excitable. He's talking with his hands, elbowing his buddy, who is also wearing very nice armor, red armor that matches his reddish brown hair. Um, that also seems to be in his teens.
I will show you this other individual. Give me 1 second. I will be posting this in the Game Pictures channel. For now. All right, Varian. Are you ready to get back?
I mean, still kind of cool out here.
Yeah, but I don't like the feeling of this crowd.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll race you back.
He seems distracted for a moment as the two of you are approached by a beautiful woman.
Varian will turn to look at Ophelia. Whoa! Hi. You don't have any
Hi.
clothes on. Are you cold?
Not currently. My blood runs
That's good.
hot.
That's probably good
Yes.
if you're gonna wear that outside.
Yes. I mean, they do like to get their air, so.
Right?
Yeah, the brownish haired kid next to Varian is also looking up and away.
You two wouldn't happen to be virgins, would you?
I'm not sure that's any of your business, but thank you for asking.
And you?
Maze has a 10-year plan. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm taken. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I have a girlfriend.
So that means that you don't like to fuck.
I mean, I'm sure you're a strong, independent woman and all, but we have to get back. It's very nice to meet you.
Where are you going back to?
Our home? None of
home.
your business?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun. Were you two the couple? Is that did I interrupt? You know,
What?
but threesomes can be so fun.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maze is amazing. And like if nothing happens, then we would totally get married in like 10 years, but he's got a thing for Cassie.
Varian, I don't think we should be telling her these things.
That's probably true. We should get going. It was lovely to meet you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. As you guys leave, Maze seems to be distracted by her. Who you guys see Ophelia walk away and approach another man coming off the line. And Maze is kind of looking back. His eyebrows are furrowed, and he's seems to be pausing, not following you too well.
Hey,
Huh.
what would your mom say if she saw you staring after that?
No, don't,
Lady?
Varian, I think she's taking people's rations. And as he points it out,
Well-
you see the guy coming off the line handing the ration to Ophelia.
Well, I mean, she's clearly not taking them because she didn't take ours. If people choose to give it to her, I mean, that's kind of on them. Stupid, but
But what if she's like charming them or something?
well, then wouldn't the high level
Who's going to
clerics-
give their rations away?
Well, I mean, if Cassie asked you for your rations, you'd give them to her.
That's not the point, okay?
It kind of is the point.
My point is, if she's taking them, Varian, what if we catch her in the act?
Is that, I mean, yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Come on, we could be heroes. Turn them into the guards. Isn't this what we formed?
It sounds like it might be a quest. I think this is a quest.
Yeah. This is what
Yeah.
adventurers do. They go out and they find quests like this.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
Okay,
Come on,
but
let's follow
what's
her.
the plan? Do we have a plan, or are we just gonna follow her?
Well, if she's taking rations, she can't hide them all in herself. I mean, she's not wearing much.
I know. She's gotta be cold.
So she's probably stashing them somewhere.
Are we
Follow to
stealing the
stash, we'll
rations
find
that
it.
she stole?
No. We'll report it to the guards.
Oh, okay. Will they believe us?
Why wouldn't they?
Because we look about 12.
You look about 12.
That's not my fault. You're just jealous my genetics are better than yours.
Well, then I'll talk to the guards, because I'm clearly older looking. And you watch as she walks away into the crowd towards the location. Come on, she's getting away.
Okay, let's go.
As you and Maze weave your way through the crowds towards Ophelia, who's walking away from the ration line. On the opposite side of the plaza, only about maybe 100 feet away, on a slight raise on top of what seems to be an old base for a statue, Nexus was covered in statues commemorating heroes of old, but most of them have been melted down for other reasons at this point. But standing on top of this base, overlooking the crowd itself, is an older looking gentleman. Dustin, if you'd like to describe your character.
Yes. Fenrir is a man about in his mid-40s. His face changes between, he greets everyone with a smile, but in between, he just looks tired.
As part of your task to overlook this handout of food, much like you do most days, you've been keeping watch on one individual, a woman who seems to be walking back and forth between a building in the corner of the plaza and the front line, where you've seen her one by one, take rations away from people. They seem to be handing them over willingly, but she's accumulated quite a number of rations at this point. It probably requires some kind of intervention.
Good day. Can I help you?
Well, you're still standing on the platform, and
okay.
she's like 100 feet away from you, walking back to her likely spot where she's going to stash them.
All right, I'm gonna approach her.
Okay. You hop off of the pedestal and you begin to head across the plaza, moving your way through people, having to kind of move people out of the way, as it seems that the crowd is getting more and more agitated as the rations begin to run out. On the opposite side of the plaza from you, another about 120 feet away from where Ophelia is, on the other side of this paladin, is another individual who has been subtly watching this woman go back and forth, carrying rations from people. Azrael, if you'd like to describe your character.
So Azrael stands about 6 feet. He seems to be with a hood and has a leather mask over him. Uh, Definitely tiefling. You can see the horns like jutting up, pushing the hood up. You see like red skin under. He has black sclera, which seems like piercing like gold irises. Along his cheekbones seem to be like golden scales. Seem to be some kind of draconic bloodline there, some kind. Seems to be just meandering around the crowd, not trying to bring much attention to himself. Seeing who is, getting extra agitated, who may be having weapons, who's pushing other people around, just trying to do crowd work, listening in to what he can.
And you've noticed this one woman seemingly taking rations one by one from people as they come off the line, all of them men, and then walking away towards this kind of abandoned building on the side of the plaza. This is the exact kind of people you're here to point out, and you likely need to either confront her or find where she's stashing these rations.
I will definitely find where she's stashing the rations first.
Okay. So you also begin to follow towards Ophelia, pushing your way through the crowd. Although much more subtly than the large armored paladin. As this is occurring, we come back to the cleric, who Ophelia knows, handing out rations in the red line. Zuri, if you'd like to describe your character.
So Zuri is a cleric. She is a light cleric, and she is currently wearing chainmail. Her demeanor is very kind, very positive, very calm and collective. However, she does get very excited when the conditions are right. She has silver hair, and she has a slight tan skin tone with silver eyes and silver lashes.
And those bright silver eyes, as you're handing out another ration to another unfortunate soul, glance over towards Ophelia, who you've been keeping a side eye on, although you haven't caught her stealing rations from people. But you see her walking away from you towards this abandoned building, which you've seen her moving back and forth between it a couple times. However, this time, from your slightly elevated position, you can see what seems to be a broad-shouldered armored paladin. One of Veritas, it seems, even from a distance you can tell, pushing his way through the crowd, and you can see it's like they're coming together, and you realize this paladin's likely going after Ophelia.
I'm going to advance toward the paladin and Ophelia and meet them before they collide.
Okay. You try your best to you immediately jump off of the thing, hand over the rations to your other cleric that's helping nearby, and you begin to push your way through the crowd. All 5 of you converging on a single point, a paladin from one side, a guardsman from the other, life cleric from the south, and 2 wannabe adventurers from the other side. Ophelia, as you reach your abandoned house, you quickly move a couple stones out of the way, and you have to kind of stop the rations from falling out as you stuff it back in. When, at that moment, all of you collide. Not literally, but metaphorically. The paladin comes around the corner, the guardsman from the other side. Out of breath, Zuri and two out of breath young men also approach. May's coming around the corner saying, "We got you!"
Oh. Oh. Hi.
Did you boys change your mind?
Yeah. What are you doing?
What's going on?
I don't know. These two little cretins just started yelling at me. Who the hell are all of you? Zuri, help me. I'm feeling faint.
Ophelia, come here.
You know this woman?
I do. She is currently under my watch. She was my protege,
Yeah.
per se.
We saw her taking rations from people. Well, she was asking people for rations, but then they were giving it to her. It was
Yeah,
very
a lot of
suspicious.
them. Look at the
Yeah.
wall.
We saw her putting them in there.
I wasn't taking.
I saw. I've been watching.
Well, then,
Oh.
if you've been watching, that you'd know that they were given to me freely by my suitors.
In exchange for what? No one gives their rations away lightly.
They do to me. Have you seen me? Like, come on. Put two and two together. You know, kind of like how the gods in the olden days used to receive tribute. You could say it's kind of similar. Are gifts not allowed in your world anymore?
Ophelia takes Ophelia's chin by the finger, makes Ophelia look directly into my eyes. Did they give you these, or did you take them?
No, Zuri. I've been good. I've been doing good. They've been given to me. I promise. Look, you can ask any one of the people that you've said that I've taken them from, and you can ask them. They've been given to me freely.
Can I?
What's that?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Azrael, or Benmer. My apologies. It seems like there is a misunderstanding. These rations have been given to Ophelia. How they were given to her may not be of the highest manner, but we will have a conversation on that at a later time. Please forgive her impertinence, and please turn the other way, and please disregard her insubordinates.
Take these rations back and pass them out.
No, they're mine.
If I may
Ophelia.
do something really quick.
You all notice this red-skinned, golden-scaled individual.
If I may ask you, what's the assets? Right. So, situation is you are taking or being given willingly these rations.
Gifts given.
Gifts given for what reason? Obviously, there's a trade.
Yes. I
mean,
thought
you have
trading was
assets.
encouraged in this shithole now.
Of course, what's the trade?
It's none of your concern. It's between me and my suitors.
Who are you?
She asked us if we wanted sex.
Ask
Oh.
everybody if
Yeah.
they want sex. Do you
Mate.
want sex?
I'm always down for sex,
thank
but it's
you.
not the situation. Look, I'll answer your question in a second here. I don't know your name. I'll have to get it later. If it's a trade, and they willingly give up their rations for sex, then that's the situation. It is what it is.
See,
Well,
this man understands the situation.
Mm.
It was not in the highest of manners that Ophelia acquired these rations, but
Tomato,
she
tomato.
did acquire them through common grounds of trade.
Yeah, trade. Take that, paladin. Would I know?
It's
Would I
quite a-
recognize him as paladin?
Yes, especially Fenrir, you would definitely know.
Okay, sorry.
Quite a good racket, I must say. Good job.
One that we need.
Yeah, it's not right.
Look,
And who are you?
Azrael Stormwake at your service. Local guardsman.
Nice to meet you, Azrael. Do you find that Ophelia needs to give back any of these rations at this time?
As long as she's not killing people for them, I don't see an issue. Granted, others may have different opinions.
I like him.
The
Sorry, I like him.
situation's here desperate.
Yes.
Without
Absolutely.
people going without their rations.
Well, she didn't steal them, did she? She didn't murder anyone. They willingly gave them to her for sex, and I mean, it's their fault that they fall for this game.
I can't agree with your methods, but if it's as long as it's willing.
If we were in
Consent is
different,
very important to me, darling.
I completely agree with what she said, and I completely understand what you're saying, Paladin. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
I'm here with the representing the church.
Everyone has their place. He's looking to Ophelia when he says that. He's gonna pull his like hood back and like put the shawl down. You can definitely see there's like a tattoo creeping up from under the mask. And he has this long, flowing, like blonde hair that seems to go that would go down like past his shoulders, but he seems to have it in a bun so it doesn't get in his way in case he needs to like chase someone down or what the situation is. And like the horns seem to like they pull back and then slightly curve up. Seem to have like this gold tinge.
You look like a man who knows how to have fun.
I can have
Ophelia.
all the fun.
What?
He is a guardsman.
Cleric. Please watch out for your friend. They might be giving it willingly, but come this evening when they're hungry, they might become more desperate. So
She is manageable. Don't worry about her. I will have a very detailed conversation with her later this evening. Ophelia, do you understand?
Yes, we're going to talk, darling. I can't wait.
Fenrir does have a point. If you are shysting these people, I do suggest moving her rations and going somewhere safer. Also, I didn't get your name, clerk.
Zuri. My name is Zuri.
Zari. Right.
And she's with me. She like
She's
links
with you.
arms with her, and so Ophelia kind of stands a little bit in front of her, like protectively.
I'm seeing the dichotomy in personalities here. I'm quite liking it. I'm not your typical guardsman. I'm not.
Oh, are you
You're
a
just gonna let her
cool
go?
guardsman?
Varian, say something.
I think this means we solved our first case.
But she's getting away with it.
Well, clearly she didn't do anything wrong. The guard doesn't think so.
if I give you mine, will you leave this place?
Ophelia.
Are you talking to us? Or
Ophelia.
her?
Yes.
Ophelia, let's go.
Okay, just could you help me? I just needed like a bag, or a cart maybe. Let me just get my
There's usually some empty barrels in the alley over there. They're usually clean.
At this
Walking
moment,
around with that much food can be dangerous, though.
It seems to me you'll need a protection detail. I'll gladly handle.
at this moment, all five of you begin to, behind you, you begin to hear a couple screams and shouts, and the mob quickly turns into a riot. In the blink of an eye, as you turn around, you see people running for their lives in every direction, crashing into each other, and what seems to be the very food cart at the front being attacked by masked individuals. These sort of riots and attacks are not uncommon. But what's different from this time, as any other, the moment that some of you snap to action, some of you to run, some of you to turn around and go and protect those who might be in danger, right where the food cart is, where you see a number of different other clerics that you know, Zuri. You know them by name, you know their faces, you grew up with them. Other guardsmen, Asriel, people you know by name and have worked with for many years, explodes. An explosion rips through the entire crowd here. In a blink of an eye, people are engulfed by a massive fireball. The very fountain of which you are at the base of cracks and breaks as water spills everywhere. The cobblestones beneath your feet in a slow motion roil towards you as all of you are thrown off of your feet from the shock of this explosion back into the wall of this abandoned building, crashing through its weak supports. You are all going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this explosion throws you through the very foundation of this building. Rather than slamming into a floor moments later, you instead begin to fall. The very floor of this building giving way into a deep chasm which sits beneath it. Rubble all around you falls with you. You bounce and hit off of different objects on your way down, all of you screaming. Maze's voice begins to fade away from you, Varian, as all of you fall into darkness. You never hit the ground, or at least it doesn't seem that way. But your fall eventually slows and stops suddenly, almost like you've been gently laid down onto the floor. Beneath you is cool stonework, and between the cuts and bruises you sustained from the debris in the fall, all of you are dazed. Your vision blurry. You look down at your hands and you see that your vision must be very blurry because your hands seem almost ethereal and see-through. Almost like there's doubles or they're vibrating rapidly. You look around at the people around you. You can see Azriel, Ophelia, Zuri, Varian, Fenrir, all collapse onto the ground, slowly getting up as well, and they seem blurry and not all there. It would be pitch black down here, except for what seems to be a beautiful gemstone, a massive one, about this tall and this wide, pure, shining blue gemstone that seemed to give off a pale blue light, enough for you to see. Azriel, as you pick up your head, you notice on your hand what seems to be chalk, glittering chalk, coming off of your hand on the ground beneath you. Looking around, you can see that you seem to be in the center of some kind of large magical circle. You begin to pick yourselves up and look around, not seeing walls or roofs, but an empty, expansive void. The stonework that you're laying on seems to only go about maybe 30 feet away from this glittering gemstone. Beyond that, you see the vast expanse of what looks to be space itself. Twinkling dots of light, swirling purples and deep blacks. Almost like the night sky, but in every direction.
Do I know anything about the history of Nexus, or what it was built on? If there were catacombs or tunnels or anything underneath?
Make a Nexus info check. The first roll of the game is the custom skill I implied.
Ooh.
I was just about to ask the same thing.
Anyone who would like to do so can make that roll.
19.
Nice.
Is Maze here with us?
No. Maze is nowhere to be seen.
Azrael is first. He's getting up and he's helping whoever's like closest to him as time goes.
As the three of you think on it, or the two of you, sorry, Azrael and Fenrir, both of you are aware that beneath the city of Nexus are tons of tunnels and catacombs. They don't bury their dead in Nexus. They're all burned, but there are plenty. The big waterfall, the big fountain, has a number of tunnels that help with that. But nothing like this. Nothing that seems to be an expansive void. Again, it's like the night sky in every direction.
I've lived here for 45 years, and I've never heard of this place.
Runs over to Ophelia. Ophelia, are you okay?
Oh no, I'm dizzy and I'm seeing triplets and oh god, I can't die again. Where the fuck, Zuri? I hurt here and here.
Die again.
Maze, your mom is gonna kill us. Maze? Maze? I'm gonna cast light and start searching for Maze.
Okay. Well, you don't have to look far. It's plenty lit. There's a little platform you're on, seemingly in the expanse of space. There's no cover. There's no other walls. It's only this platform in every direction. When you yell out for Maze, there is no echo. Your voice seems to disappear into the vast expanse beyond.
Varian,
From
I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he's here.
From the void, shapes begin to amass in every direction. They slowly begin to approach like moths to a flame. Everywhere you look, these shapes come forth until they reach the edge of this light.
I'm gonna pull out my hammer. Everyone get behind me.
Grabbing that crossbow and prepping.
Azrael, go ahead.
As soon as one appears, Varian is gonna storm up to it and attempt to grab one.
It's still in the void, so far away. You can't get to it.
Fair.
Azrael and Fenrir. As these shapes turn solid, and you can see them now, in every direction, the two of you know exactly what you're looking at. When the Cataclysm struck and the portals were opened, aberrations, horrific monsters poured out, killing thousands. Even to this day, any attempt causes these creatures to arrive, and a single one of these creatures are able to kill dozens of guards single-handedly, and you are now looking at an infinite expanse of them.
Oh shit.
Jerks.
I would like you all to roll initiative.
Ooh. Does anyone need a reminder on how to roll initiative through Roll20?
I'm trying, and it says you attempted to use a roll
Select your-
command.
Select your
Looking
token
for-
first.
Yeah, click it on the map and then click initiative in your page.
So I need to click my person.
Yes.
And then do I click like the red circle, the green circle, or the blue circle?
That just means that you have it selected. Now go back to your character sheet and then click on your initiative. The top, like middle top of your page.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
You
Was that
attempted to
snowed,
use
you
a roll
guys?
command looking for a value of selected token, but no tokens are selected. I did select a token. Thank you very much.
You selected your token over here?
I did. Let's try this way.
If all else fails, you can always just roll a 20 and then calculate.
Yeah.
Donnie can just put you back in.
It's loading.
I had to start using Edge for Roll20 because it was very slow with Chrome.
Yeah.
I might have to do the same thing.
Well, make sure your hardware acceleration is off. That makes a huge difference.
There we go.
Yeah, that worked.
Okay.
All right, a lot of high rolls here. Zuri and Azrael, excuse me. What are your dex modifiers?
+3.
very
Where's
far
that?
left of your sheet.
Dexterity.
Yes, what is your modifier? The big number.
0.
0. Okay. So Zuri goes after Asriel. Varian, I believe you're
Ooh.
going to go before Fenrir. And everything is situated. This is going to be a little louder than the previous music, so if you have it turned up. In every direction that you all look, you see not only the ones that you can see on this map itself, but beyond more dark shadows. Above you, you see a shadow of some kind of creature larger than the platform itself fly overhead. Wherever you have ended up, it surely means your death. Asriel, you're up first.
Well, okay. First, I think it's time we bring out the cohort. Well, yeah. Cool. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. Still, huh?
The song goes hard.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Well, you're all about to die.
Yeah.
Better not.
So, you see you hear Azrael go, Angel, I kind of need you, mate. And then out of what seems to be like this necklace, like under like his armor, pours out this like seems to be magical, almost ethereal sand. Then, as it swirls around next to him, it seems to form a dragonborn's body filled with golden scales and chainmail, and holding a longsword itself. And out then pops I don't know if I can I pull the thing here? Does this work? Cool. Out pops a golden dragonborn standing about 7 feet tall, clad in scale mail and holding a shield and a longsword, and having the javelin on his back as well. Ready to fight. Go ahead.
In game pictures is what he looks like.
Oh, yeah. With that, I'm going to have him go after me. So first I will shoot my crossbow at the closest one to me,
Okay, go for it.
which would be this one. Right, cool. Whoop, whoop. Well, rip. That happens. Mark that off. Ooh. That's all I can do at the moment, and then have Dragonborn. I don't think he can actually do anything, so I'm gonna have him just move up in a defensive position and then go farther back.
All right.
And that's cool.
As you fire your crossbow towards the nearest aberration, it misses, and your arrow seems to sail off into the void. And not now, not ever, will you hear the arrow hit anything. Zuri, it is your turn. At least she's in the bathroom.
I'm back.
She's back.
Oh my goodness, there's been so much damage has been taken. I'll need to cast some healing. In the I don't know what these spells look like, so my apologies. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on first Ophelia.
Okay. We'll say you described your next to her, so we can have your start here.
Wait, I'm sorry.
When you were talking about the narrative, you said you ran over to Ophelia, so we'll start you next to Ophelia,
Okay.
so you don't have to move.
Okay. So I can just go ahead and cast, yeah?
Yes, you may.
Okay. As I look toward Ophelia and I cast Cure Wounds, my chest lights up, and with bliss, And as I cast it, I give a slight shriek. And
It didn't come through, but
Good try.
you
Respect me.
always hear what sounds like a moan as she heals Ophelia.
a slight gasp for air, if you will.
Definitely getting weird side eyes, and like this is not the place for this.
Normally, Zuri and Ophelia, when you cast your spells, your hand may glow with a slight light of radiant energy, and as Ophelia's wounds will heal, the bruises and the cuts dissipating. This time, however, as you cast, that light seems to come from the air around you. The sort of mist and these particles that are floating around you in this expansive void coalesce where your hand is, and that's what provides the glow. You've never seen anything like this before.
Oh my goodness. Did you see that, Ophelia? Did you feel that, Ophelia?
Fuck yes, I did.
That was immense. It was so good. Like I felt that.
You did wonderful, darling. She's gonna give you a wink.
Fenrir, Azrael, and Varian, you are here, the two of them, talk about some very strange things in the middle of what looks like your imminent death.
Literally having an anime moment, like, oh yeah, just like things are coalescing.
Anything else,
Shout
Zuri?
out. I'm gonna shout out real quick. Just everyone get back. Stay in the light. Form a circle.
All right, Varian, it's your turn.
Varian is going to rush forward towards the edge. What did you do with Maze? As he pulls out his crossbow. Give him back, you lily-livered thing! And I'm gonna try and fire a crossbow at this one with
Okay.
Clockwork Bolt.
Go for it.
So I'm assuming it's not gonna hit.
I don't know what you rolled.
But I rolled a 23.
Did you roll it to self?
Yes, apparently I did. I'll re-roll it.
You're fine. I believe you. 23 to hit?
Yes.
That will definitely hit.
For 12 piercing damage.
Okay, can you ping the spell for me? Wow, okay.
Sorry. It's the second one that I pinged. So if the crossbow stays in him, it does an additional d8 of damage at the end of its next turn.
Okay, so he takes the 9 damage.
Only if it stays in.
So what does he take?
12 damage from the arrow.
Okay, thank you.
As it seems to explode.
Yes.
Or pieces of it do.
As you fire the arrow, casting the spell, your arrow flies out of your crossbow and it streaks across the void. Normally, these little spinning blades will just appear on the sides of your arrow shaft from the magic that you casted. However, this time you can see them forming with some of that mist that's around you. It acts exactly the same as the arrow strikes the creature. It stops right in it, these swirling blades seeming to slow down as the seconds pass. Does it explode immediately or after his turn? Yes.
We
After his turn. Yep.
no.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Fenrir.
I'm going to move back. And let's see, what's the distance between me and Varian?
You're currently 35 feet from him.
Oh, never mind. It's the range is touch. All right. Well, then I'll go up to Zuri and cast protection from good and evil. Protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for protecting me.
And I just click one of the circles, the spell slot.
Yes. Yep. And make sure you click the spell too, so we know what it does. Perfect. So you cast protection from evil and good on Zuri. And much like before, whenever you cast this spell, the individual you protect may have a sheen of a kind of a slight glowing radiant energy kind of on the edges of their body. Yet this time, as the mists around you coalesce on Zuri herself, she seems to be glowing radiant, much more bright than she normally would. Or if anyone who would be under the effect of evil, protection for evil and good. Yeah. Anything else?
Well, I'm the ranged weapon, so I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. As these creatures float on and advance towards you, I'll give you a quick look at what they look like.
Oh, damn it.
I
Fucking brain bird squids? Squid brain birds?
Oh, that one's kind of cute.
Like, hi.
He looks shy.
Who,
I'm
me?
trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Can I kill you? Are you cool with that?
Oh my god.
That one doesn't look nice.
Yeah, that one.
Sounds like
That
I want
one.
some
That
tacos.
one.
That one's a bit intimidating with,
Yeah.
the guy he's about to rip in half.
These creatures float closer, ever closer, not seeming to take any immediate effort to move quickly, but simply close in around you.
Oh god.
Yet, as these creatures close in, from the void you will hear... No, you're fine. You will hear a voice. Almost sounds matronly or womanly. Just hang on. Ophelia, it's your turn.
I'm not waiting for shit. Ophelia is going to. I don't like the new Roll20 with these options. Ophelia is going to step up.
Okay.
Okay. Does Arcane Fury affect her comrades? The 5 feet?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ping it for me. I feel like it does.
I think it does from the wording.
Any creature that hits you with an melee attack or starts within 5 feet takes damage. So yeah, it would affect
Okay,
them.
so then I am going to just step up to just separate myself because I don't want to hurt Zuri. I'm going to step up right there.
Okay.
She's going to put her hand up in the air and like a black and red lightning bolt from the sky from nowhere hits her arm, and it surrounds her in this crackling black lightning electric kind of energy as she's going to enter into an arcane fury.
All right.
She, from this point, maybe here. Let's see my... Come on. I don't like that every time you switch things now in Roll20, like, it opens and then closes, like, that's so why? Yeah, okay, so from right here, she's going to cast a Shatter.
Okay. Where are you casting this shatter at?
Right here. Like, I don't want to ping it again because it's going to make me lose the ruler, but, like, right here from this originating point.
Okay, getting all 3 of these right here?
Yes.
Perfect. They need to make con saves.
And I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll that one.
Okay.
Is that a D8?
It's
It's a D8.
D8.
Seriously, does it not have the dice out now too? Oh my god, why
In
did
the-
they do all that? Who
in the
asked for
bottom.
this? Oh, that's a
The
D12,
bottom left.
sorry. There we go.
Okay, so 16 points of thunder damage. One will fail. One will pass. And the other will fail. Okay. As you cast Shatter, it seems to affect the 3 that you targeted it on, and the loud boom that comes out from your spell seems to again spread out, but there's no echo. There's no continuation of the sound. There's no shock waves. It has one loud bang, and that's it. But they seem to be hurt, but they're still approaching. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Azriel.
Seeing that this kid is trying to take on the world, and Azrael having to now feel responsible for his well-being, he's going to run, and as he's running, he's like, "Kid, you need to get back. You won't be able to see your friend again if you die now, please." And I'm gonna fire my crossbow bolt at the one he shot at.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Crossbow? Question mark? There we go.
14 will hit.
Cool.
The arrow barely sinks into its spongy flesh, but it definitely does hit.
Damn aberrations. And he's going. Then I'm gonna have Angel will be around here. And have him throw a good old javelin.
Okay.
If I can find his sheet. I don't know why it's not opening. There we go. A yeet. I did it to myself. It was a 13, and I hit for a 5.
13 will hit, and 5 damage it will take. The Dragonborn kind of holds his hand out, his free hand with his sword in his other, and you see that same kind of glowing, magical sand almost grow out from his hand into a javelin, which he throws. And as it strikes into the aberration, it then just dissipates.
Cool. I don't know what your name is, but please get back. And he's gonna sit here and try to hold position for him.
Okay. Zuri, it is your turn.
Question. Real quick.
Mhm.
Cantrips. Do I
Yes.
count those? Like, do those have my spells have 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1 and 2 have 3.
No,
Do
they
cantrips
are
have that?
they're infinite. You can cast them as many times as you want.
Oh no, we're being surrounded. I must increase the power of the people around me. I'm going to step forward to where I can reach Azrael, as well as can I move to where like I can still touch Ophelia, Azrael, and Fenrir? Like, is it like with Bless?
What's the range on Bless?
Bless is, I want to say it's 30. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah, you got like right here. You would be within range of everybody, right next to this crystal.
Okay. So I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Bless on Ophelia, Fenrir, and Azrael.
All right.
Do I need to click them and then click it, or no?
You can ping it for me, but you can also just take the thing off.
Okay.
Perfect. So much like before, again, when you would cast Bless on other people, you would say the words, you'd move your hands, and they would have sort of almost a magical warmth inside of them. Now, as you cast it, you can see this mist coalesce around them again. Like, your very magic is in the air around you.
I want you guys to feel good, so please feel good.
But the 3 of you are now blessed. You get a D4 on your saving throws and attack rolls. Anything else, Zeri?
No, I'll pass my turn.
All right. Varian.
You guys think you're so tough because there's a whole bunch of you? Yeah, well, take this. And black ribbon is going to seem to come out of the air and wrap around the 20-foot, in a 20-foot, so yeah, 20-foot square here, here. That area. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And they have to make a dexterity saving throw, or they become restrained by ribbons until the end of their turn.
Okay.
And I'm gonna back up. 15, 20. There's quite a few of them. You might want to back up now.
Oh, you think?
This one's gonna get restrained. He also takes that 8 damage.
When I originally rolled it, it was just 1.
Rolled what?
Because I was just pinging the spell for you. I have it on my crossbow, so it's automatically on it.
Okay, so how much damage does he take?
1.
1 point of damage. Okay.
I mean, you can take the 8 if you want, but the original roll was a 1, and I know you usually like the
we'll
first
figure
number.
out how to set up that macro so it rolls everything at once. This one gets restrained. I think this one was in the effects as well. The big one does not, though. So they are all restrained by these magical black ribbons that seem to come from a point in space and shoot out and wrap around. Okay. Fenrir.
Ugh. I'm going to move here and cast. Oh wait, no, I can only. It's concentration. And I will end my turn there. I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. The creatures continue to advance. These ones can't because they are restrained. Ophelia, Fenrir, and Azrael, you are going to be attacked by these creatures.
Okay.
So we'll go for Azrael first. It's going to lash out with its tentacles.
Ooh.
Can you see that roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
These sheets suck. I have it on GM roll and it's still not doing it. Yeah, it's a 22 to hit. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So I have a +4 on bless, right?
Yes.
Oh, not a D4 on bless. Sorry.
Plus D4, yeah.
I'll
Okay.
just roll it anyway.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. 14. You are also grappled by it as it wraps around you. Meaning you can no longer move away from it unless you make an attempt to escape it.
Okay. And that takes my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It is then going to try to attack you with its beak, and that will
Nope.
miss.
Yep.
Same for Fenrir. It's going to try to wrap its tentacles around you.
Miss.
It'll miss with its tentacles as they try to wrap around your armor. You manage to slip out. But then it's going to strike at you with its beak.
Miss.
And also miss. You throw your shield up and bash it away. It kind of makes out this weird squeak/screeching noise as you bash it away. Ophelia, you're also going to be attacked. I'm assuming that misses. And it's going to hit you with the beak. And that'll miss.
Doesn't it take damage for going into her aura?
It's going to take 5.
Okay, it's going to take 5 points of damage. Perfect.
Did she remember the protection? Is it the fiend or aberration? You said they were aberrations, right?
You did it on Zuri.
Oh, okay, never mind. My bad.
That
This is
D, by the
attacking
way.
Yeah, he did
It has disadvantage on attacks against you
Okay.
if they were to attack you.
Okay.
But just before Ophelia's turn, you're going to hear that same voice call out amongst the space around you. Almost no sourceless, it seems to come from every direction. Gem! Near the gem! Ophelia.
Did anybody else hear that? I think it said to the gym? Maybe the gem?
It said form up on the gem.
Oh, almost like I said that to start with.
You said get behind me. Okay,
I'm gonna love this party.
she is going to... Yeah, Zuri is already by the gem, so is Varian, right?
Yes.
Haul-ass paladin, and she's gonna Misty Step to the... Turn to look at Fenrir, yeah, and haul-ass, and then she's gonna snap her fingers, and almost like a black puff of smoke comes out, and you see her reappear in a black puff of smoke by the gem.
As you do, when Misty Step normally goes off, you disappear in a puff of black smoke and reappear somewhere else. This time, as you guys see her disappear in that black smoke, you actually see what seems to be an almost like a shot of energy, a black energy, shoot towards where she's Misty Stepping, and then she reappears. Her teleportation being telegraphed almost by the mists around her.
Which is the one that I heard these ones before, right? These nerds over here. Hold on. This I don't like this new roll 20.
Yes, you heard these.
Okay. Out of all of them, which one looks the most in pain?
None of them.
Okay. Well, she'll just go for the different one and throw out a firebolt.
I remember you have blessed.
Oh, that helps.
That will help.
D4.
The one that looks the most like to go, hey. A 16 will hit.
Thank you, Zuri.
For 4 points of fire damage.
Actually 6. 'Cause I'm in a
Actually
fury.
6 points of fire damage. Speaking of which, would you like to end your fury? Now that you're within 5 feet of your allies?
No, but I will move up ever so slightly.
Okay. Alright. Back to the top of the turn order. Azriel, you are wrapped up in the tentacles of this one. It seems to be not letting you go, but it also doesn't seem to be ferociously attacking you. Almost lazily, like its bite went towards you with speed, but afterwards it's kind of just holding you with its tentacles. Doesn't seem to be too concerned with fighting you.
Okay. I will have my homie here take his turn first.
Okay.
Ahead of me. He's going to run up and seemingly without Azrael having to ask anything, just immediately pushes forward. He's gonna try to bash it with his shield first to like knock him loose before he tries to escape. Want to do like an athletics check? Just
Is
like,
this an ability, or are you...
It's like I'm just giving flavor to like a shove, pretty much.
Have him make an athletics check.
Cool.
Yes. One hand grabs you, the other hand with a shield, and both like trying to pull you apart, just and snaps you out of the tentacles.
Thank you, Angel. And he's gonna run away.
All right. Are you disengaging?
Yes, I'm gonna use my main action and disengage.
Okay, perfect.
And I will have a friend run back with me as well.
Alrighty. Zuri, it is your turn.
Who got attacked?
Azriel
damage?
got attacked.
Okay. Oh my goodness. There's been damage. I must heal. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Azrael. And in doing so, my hands light up and a beam of light is casted toward Azrael.
Yes. That beam of light coalesces out of the energy around you, and you get healed for 5 hit points.
Cool.
And how does Zuri
God.
react to that?
Zuri reacts in a squeal. End of turn.
All right. Varian.
Varian starts digging through his bag and he's like, "Are you all right?" And then just keeps going. And he seems to pull out like what seems to be like this coiled up little ball, and he's gonna throw it right here. And as it hits the ground, it's gonna unfoil into a whole bunch of wires, and I'm setting up a razor trap.
Okay.
Five-foot square.
Okay.
So, I think.
I don't know if it trips it because it's floating, but
Well, I tried. New
maybe
skills.
maybe its tentacles are dragging on the ground.
Yeah, new skills.
Okay. Anything else?
I believe that is all that I can do.
Oh, it's 4 squares. So right here.
4 squares. So yeah, we'll do one there, within 10 feet of me. One here, or squares like that.
No,
I
no.
don't know if it's individual square. Perfect. We got it.
As long as they're contiguous. We're learning. All right,
Figuring
Fenrir.
it out.
I'm going to use an action to disengage. Right.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yes. Perfect.
All right, and I will move back here
Okay.
and end my turn.
Alrighty. As this voice had called out, telling you to get towards the crystal, all of you, one by one, back up towards its light. It gets brighter as you get closer, but it doesn't seem to halt nor stop these creatures' advance. One by one, they continue to press in on you, seemingly slow, almost lazily. You can't tell if maybe they're going slow on purpose, or if they feel no need to rush at all. But as they begin to close in around you, suddenly, from this side of the map, you will see what seems to be another figure in the shadows. At first, it almost looks like a humanoid compared to the aberrations shadows around it, when it suddenly flashes with a bright light. So bright, it's almost like the sun itself has appeared on the horizon in this space. What seems to be a vaguely humanoid figure with 2 broad wings that stretch out almost 10, 20 feet in both directions. The one on its left seems to be feathered like an angel's wing. The one on the right seems to be broken, made of bones and leathery skin attached between them. The aberrations around you don't seem to pay it any mind yet. The moment they seemed about to reach you, they stop and disappear in the blink of an eye. The haze around you dissipates. The platform you're on is no longer floating in the space of infinite areas around you, but instead what seems to be a dark, humanoid-built cavern. The stones beneath you are cool, and the walls around you made of stone. There's a ceiling about 20 feet high, and off to your left, you can hear and see cool water.
Do I know anything about this figure? Are there any, depictions of any of the gods in the church that would match this
No.
figure? Okay.
No
Do I
idea.
know anything about this figure?
Not a single thing. And as you find yourself in this environment, instead of this glowing figure who disappears in the blink of an eye, just like the aberrations did, you seem to see what looks like a young woman, maybe in her early to mid 20s, with gray hair and simple clothes, on her hands and knees, both simultaneously hyperventilating as well as crying, her sobs echoing off the cavern walls around you.
Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Ma'am?
Varian,
Hello?
as you reach the edge of this circle, you kind of begin to walk towards your hands out to kind of comfort her. The moment it leaves, you see your hand disappear as it
Oh,
begins to almost dissipate. You pull it back and it re-solidifies.
that's not pleasant. I put my hand out again, and then pull it back in again.
I'm so sorry. Please stay in the circle, please. Please, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna walk over here. What's going on? Who are you?
She comes up, her eyes are puffy, her nose is running. This wasn't supposed to happen. Where did you come from?
We were in the city when a hole opened in the ground and we all fell through.
No.
Did you know? Are they coming back? Are we good?
No. You're safe.
Oh,
You're okay. You're okay.
Have you seen a boy about my size, reddish brown hair, red armor? He was also with us, but then he wasn't with us. He's kind of missing. Is he okay?
She doesn't seem to even pay attention. She seems to be doing something in her head. She's thinking, mumbling to herself. Okay.
Do you need some healing?
No. I'm fine.
Do you need a whiteboard? Or some chalk? I
What
find
was
writing things
that?
down helps me.
What was that?
This is gonna be a hell of an after-action report.
where the fuck are we?
Well, you can't tell anybody. Stop yelling at me, please. Please.
It's
It's
all right.
okay, we're friends.
You were. So much to explain.
Would I know what happened?
No.
What are you?
She looks up at you. Do you. First things first. What happened? What's down here? Me. You can't tell anyone, okay? Please promise me that. And I'll know if you're lying.
You have my word.
I'm not promising anything unless you tell me what happened to Maze.
I don't know who that is. She looks at you for a
Person
second.
who was with me?
She looks at you for a second and goes, he's okay. He's fine. He's hurt, but he's okay.
You have my
Okay.
word, no one will harm you.
I'll tell you everything I know. Just please promise me this. It's for the safety of you, me, Nexus, everyone. Please.
You have our
I
word.
swear on my oath, I will not tell anyone.
All right. No after-action report.
I'm not allowed to sign any contracts without Mama Gajos is looking over them and confirming that they are legitimate.
Kid, I understand the circumstances and normal Nexus times here, but this isn't no normal Nexus time. Please just adhere to what she says so we can move forward.
Okay, but
God's-
if I get in trouble, I'm blaming you.
That's completely fine. God's honor.
Okay, I promise not to tell anyone.
She wipes away some tears. She looks at Ophelia.
We're square. You saved us. I can keep your secret.
Oh, where do I start? Okay. I guess I'll start with the big one first. My name is Adicia. Yes, that Adicia. All of you would know Adicia is the deity of justice.
I am going to kneel.
Please, that's not necessary. Please.
That explains the angel wing and the
You saw
skeleton
that?
wing. I
They were
wielded.
very pretty. I like them a
Okay.
lot. We'll pretend we didn't, though, if it makes
It's
you feel
okay.
better.
No, it's all right.
Isia, what are you doing in a place like this? Isn't a deity supposed to be up above?
It's complicated. I'm trapped here, like you all are. I'm not. Things have been muddled through history. Look, you were in. Do you know what the deep ethereal is?
Do we?
Everyone make an Arcana check.
We both rolled sixes. Let's go.
Where's that one at?
That should be at the.
Of the skills.
Should be
Yeah.
third
The
one from the top.
small ones.
Okay.
Okay. Fenrir and Zuri, you've heard of it, but you don't know much about it. Only that it's rumored or it's likely where magic comes from, but never been confirmed.
I think they may have mentioned that in lessons, but I wasn't paying attention.
Do any of you know what the deep ethereal is?
Where magic comes from.
Yes and no, and the deep ethereal is where magic travels through. Whenever you cast a spell, whether it be divine or arcane, you pull the energy from the deep ethereal. And that magic comes from other places. Divine from Mount Celestia. That's where you were. In the deep ethereal. For a moment, for a time. And the reason why you can't leave that circle is because you are nothing more than energy right now. Kept together by that gemstone behind you.
That's really cool.
As much as I like energy, as much more like, as much as the next, I would like my body to be normal, so I can feel things again. How may we make that happen?
I have a quick question about the gods. Would I, as a paladin, there's the three good ones. Would I revere Odysseia as much as the other three, Veriton?
Not likely. You would recognize her as part of the pantheon, just like the other evil gods. But Odysseia is a mysterious seventh figure. The only people who really worship her are people like scholars, mages, and students. But it's not in the same reverence or worship like you would the other gods, and they don't get magic from her, or them rather. She looks at you, Zuri. I wish. I don't know how.
You don't know how, or you're not willing to explain.
I don't know how.
That's okay. We
So-
can figure it out together.
What were you saying, Zoe?
No, never mind.
You fell into an experiment of mine, trying to figure out a way to reconnect the planes without usual method.
That sounds really cool.
Forgive me for questioning you, but that it seems it failed, and you put a lot of people in danger.
But it kind of didn't fail.
No, it worked. It
Yeah.
worked. The fact that you're here talking to me means that the gemstone is able to keep you corporeal. I didn't know that you were going to fall into it.
So how do we fall out of it?
I don't know. When you cast, when wizards and mages cast spells to teleport themselves between planes, what they do is they deconstruct themselves into arcane energy, and they travel through the deep ethereal. And then the spell reconstitutes them where their destination was. But after the cataclysm, whenever you reconstitute, you bring these creatures with you. These things aren't from another plane of existence. They are all around us at all times. They are in the deep ethereal, waiting to have their opening.
I heard there used to be this thing called like bug repellent. Could we just make some of that for them?
You I don't
Okay.
mean to laugh. You need a lot.
Could you? What happened? Where are all the other gods? Are you just by yourself? How did the cataclysm happen? Why are you trapped here? Can we ask some more pertinent questions? Sorry, little boy. She's gonna like forcibly put herself in front.
adult.
You're on timeout. You are 12. You appear to be 12. Could you go with my questions now, please?
No respect.
I don't take orders from you, Paladin.
Please stop. Please stop. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your first question?
Where are all the other gods? What happened to them?
I don't know. I know no more than you do.
How did you get trapped here?
I don't have their power. I can't. I'm limited by the same magics you are.
Oh, shit.
And what happens if we break this crystal?
If you break that crystal right now, you all will return to the deep ethereal and have no way back. Ever. That's the only gemstone I have.
I expected as much, just thinking.
Do you have any theories?
Well, theories have been put into practice now. Her eyes keep flickering to Varian, but she doesn't say anything. What I have is a plan. Or I had a plan until, well, he quite literally fell into. I'm very sorry.
Well, what was your plan?
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
You see her like looking to the people who have their hands raised, but when people like shout at her, she's like, well, it was to determine if this works, the gemstones can reconstitute, and then technically I can modify existing teleportation planar travel spells, but using the gemstone to reconstitute rather than the spell itself, which should, and as we proved, not bring these creatures with you.
Varian,
Yes.
what do you want to say to her?
It's a gemstone. Gemstones can usually be cut. Can we cut small pieces off and like make rings or jewelry that we can wear at all times, and then it's in contact with us?
Don't know. We can try, but if you're wrong or I'm wrong, without testing it, it could mean you never come back.
That doesn't sound like something worth trying.
I mean, it kind of sounds like an adventure.
Oh, he volunteers. This one's volunteering to do that.
What other options do we have?
Sit down here
And
until I
wither
can
away.
figure something.
Now don't feel sad. I understand what you were doing. Then good on you for trying to figure a way out of this. I applaud you. However, when you look at the situation, completely different now. We're stuck here.
You're not.
But
You're not stuck. We can. She looks between all of you. I think I know where more might be But you'll have to go.
Where?
To the elemental plane of Earth. I think more of these gemstones can be found there, but again, it's been 20 years. I don't know what has happened there. You could be teleporting to your deaths.
So it's like a quest?
I'm so sorry to have drug you into this against your will. But you're the only ones who can do this now.
No need to apologize.
So we go and we get another little one of these gems, these crystals, and we come and then what do we do? Do we bring it back to you? How do we go from the elemental plane of wherever the fuck and what's
Earth.
Earth? Thank you, little boy. What after that?
I'm an adult.
Child.
Well, I wasn't fully expecting if this would work or not, so I need time to prepare the scrolls needed to send you there, and I can send you with a scroll that you can come back.
And
how do we stay real when we're there?
Well, you'll be going with that gemstone, but you can't, as it seems, travel more than 30 feet from it.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold it so I can stand in the middle, and we will circle around Zuri, and Zuri will walk, and we will all walk, and it will be great because this is the only option that we have before Father Priest starts freaking out, and I have to get back to the church, and Ophelia then unfortunately can't stand guard anymore, and this whole thing of me taking care of Ophelia falls to shambles, and so this is what we must do. So I'm gonna hold the crystal, and we will walk.
Father
Can you
Gabriel and the other
send-
priests need me.
What were you
Can you
saying,
Can you send some messages to like people who might be worried about us so they don't send search parties and try and destroy the entire city while searching for us? Hypothetically.
I don't know who you're referring to.
Oh, Mama Gajo, she's gonna be very mad, and I really need to tell her this is not my fault.
I don't know who that is.
Maze's mom.
I don't know who that is.
Maze. The kid you just told me was okay? He is okay, right? You didn't lie to me?
Right. Yes, he's fine.
Alright, well, situation is Zuri will handle the crystal. We'll be within 30 feet. We go to the elemental plane of Earth, pick up more crystals, hopefully come back so we can become corporeal. It doesn't seem like we're going to be separated anytime soon, so best to get to know each other on the way over.
You're also welcome. I don't have much down here, but it's safe, it's quiet. I know you have friends and family, but if they ask questions, you can't tell them anything.
Operational
Can I get
security.
your autograph? Oh, sorry.
Operational security is my strong suit, don't worry.
Can I get your autograph? Nobody would believe me.
Again, I don't want you to tell anyone about me, so... No?
Why are you in hiding?
Child,
Fine.
Everybody thinks the gods are abandoned them and are dead. Isn't that like your thing, like
gods have not
encouraging-
abandoned anyone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All the starving people that we just saw that you lectured me on, I think they'd beg to differ. I was talking to her. What? Don't you want people to know that you're back or something? Isn't inspiration kind of your thing?
Actually, justice is her thing.
Well, if they knew of me, they'd demand things of me. It's taken me 20 years to get to this point.
What's the point of being a god if you're so powerless? What the hell happened?
'Cause I'm not. Okay? I never was. Stop yelling at me, please.
Ophelia, that's not kind.
We almost died because of her. She blew up like half a dozen people
Ophelia,
up
show
top.
some respect.
Respect to what? She brought us into
Blue-
this
This is a
mess.
god.
Blow up? What?
Yes, when you brought us in, you blew up a cart.
I don't
I
think.
Yeah, don't.
It seems to be that some, whatever criminal organization, my assumption is Rose Syndicate, may have caused an explosion on the food cart after raiding it. And that's what landed us within the portal or whatever gemstone experiment you were doing. Just happenstance.
Serendipity.
I would say fortuitous happenstance.
Um. I,
Whatever happened was not your fault.
but you did. You are all now trapped.
Can you come into the circle?
It shouldn't have any ill effects on anyone who isn't ready.
Then you should come into the circle.
She kind of shies away a little bit.
No, trust me, 20 years is a very long time to go without a hug, and you seem very lonely and sad. You need a hug.
I'll be okay.
Child, keep quiet for now.
Don't!
No, let him speak. What he's saying is truth. Look, we're stuck for the time being.
You're stuck, but I can make up these scrolls. It may take me a day, but I will have the means to get you to the plane of Earth. If you can find more of these gemstones, we can start to. We have another way now.
What do
We
you
have
mean?
another way to travel, another way to connect the planes together. If this works, if you're able to get there and come back, it'll prove that works.
We can save everyone. We could save Nexus because it's going to shit.
I know.
That seems to be the plan.
If it all works out,
We would be heroes, is what you're saying. Oh, I'm in. Oh, why didn't you lead with that? Let's go. Chop chop. Let's save some poor fucking idiots. Let's go. Come on. Let's go now.
you can take the gemstone, but please be very careful. If it breaks, that's it.
Right.
That's the only gemstone I have in the entire city.
Perfectly good hands. Look at her. Look at she's practically a Girl Scout. She won't drop anything. Right, Suri? Tell her.
I promise I won't drop it. It'll be in the utmost of care. I am a cleric after all, and I do have to take care of those in the church.
All right, and again, don't tell anyone. If word got out that I was down here, I don't know what would happen.
How long do you expect this to take?
I think I get started right away, and I work through the night. I think a day.
Well, to retrieve it from the Earth,
I don't know. The plan. I can't send you to the City of Jewels. If something could have happened there, it could be gone for all I know, or overrun. But I have a friend who he's a Goliath. He lives in. It's a lot to explain, but he's away from the City of Jewels. If he's still alive, and his clan's still alive, it'll be safe. He'll help you, and from there you can figure your way to the City of Jewels.
Do you have any like raw materials? If we're gonna be traveling, we probably shouldn't have a big gem out in the open. Some people might try and steal it. We should like make a case for it, and then we could put some cloth in there and make it all protected, so it's less likely to break.
I can
Oh, that's
give
a
you
good idea, Varian.
some cloth. To
Yeah,
wrap
I
it in.
have those sometimes.
It's like a great
Again, I don't have
memories.
much down here. I have a small chest, maybe.
That could work. I can probably figure something out. If you have like some different materials, I can probably put something together.
Oh, okay. Um, this way. My home's over here. By the way, please don't She gestures out to the water. Don't bother the elementals.
There's element.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Oh.
Yes. Please, don't bother them. Don't get too far away.
I'm still in the circle.
Yeah, I spend a lot of my energy keeping the elementals alive and purifying the water. She kind of takes a couple steps away.
Need help in any way? It's hard doing everything by yourself. You should have friends and a team helping you out. It makes the work easier.
It's okay. You have plenty to do.
Not
This way.
really. We're stuck here for a day and a half, right? Till you're done with the portals. Are we
Pause at
moving
the
the
end.
circle?
Yeah. Just as long as you're within 30 feet of Zuri, you're fine.
Okay.
I do have a. Do I have that already prepared? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, she continues to lead you guys this way. Going forward, you can see that there is a door against this wall. Two sconces on either side of it that are not lit. There are two braziers over here that are lit with a small flame that provides enough light for you to see. What seems to be random barrels and crates and bags of things scattered about. What seems to be some leftover machinery, wooden gears and cogs, and a small ratty carpet leading under an arch. But as she enters under the arch and heads inside, we will take a 5-minute break.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back. 5 minutes for everyone to go to the bathroom. Okay. Welcome back. So, as Adicia travels through the archway, they kind of look back at all of you, realizing that you're intending to follow them in. Could you? It's not
Wait.
important.
Wait outside.
No, no. Could you wipe your feet on the carpet?
Oh, of course.
Thank
You
you.
want us to take our shoes off?
No, that's not necessary. Um, is everyone going in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to die out here.
Okay. As you travel through the archway, you see a very small kind of nook of a room. It's actually about 25 feet by 25 feet, but this being her only living space, it's rather small. You see on the desk over here what seems to be scrolls, magical ink, some kind of strange device that none of you can recognize, although you can make an Arcana check if you want.
Wakanda. Nope.
Oh, Wakana?
An Arcana.
A Wakanda? Ooh, nice roll.
Okay.
Rolls.
Azrael, you got a 7?
Yep.
Okay. Despite the two 19s, you still have no idea what this is. Those who got 19 can tell it seems to vaguely be like some kind of magical containment device, but it seems inert. You're not sure what purpose or what it would have served.
Varian goes to poke it.
Adicia doesn't seem to notice when you poke it, but you do see it kind of on the desk.
It just fucking explodes.
Keep your hands to yourself.
It wobbles because you poked it, not because it magically moved.
Oh, that's less exciting. Okay.
In the corner, you can see that there seems to be a small stove, a small furnace, a cupboard with one of the drawers open. There's another brazier here with a small fire. But it seems like the roof is pointed and slanted with a vent up top. Like this was some kind of ancient chimney of some sorts, or furnace. She heads over to these chests over here, and she goes and grabs this one, this small one, and she puts it up on the edge of her bed, and she looks over at the 5 of you. When she opens it up, you see her kind of taking some things out. What seems to be more scrolls, what seems to be a wand, some other gemstones, and then she takes one item that she's putting to the right so you guys can see. She takes one item and cusps it in her hand and puts it in the left, and she kind of folds the cloth of the bed over it. And then she picks up the empty chest and hands it to you. This, I think, should fit it.
If it's your storage stuff, like there's some crates out there. We could just make something, so you don't have to give up your chest.
No, it's fine. Take it.
You say that, but I don't actually think that it's fine. You seem very nervous about telling us when you don't want us to do things.
Just take the chest of Harrigan. She's giving us a
Very
favor
insightful.
here.
Please forgive him. You've been more than kind.
No, he has the right to speak his mind. Upon looking a gift horse in the mouth, though.
Yeah. She takes a step back. Like I said, you're welcome to stay here if you want. But I won't be very good company. I'll be busy, and I won't keep you, even if it is dangerous.
Well,
Thank
we're
you
gonna
for
need-
your great contribution to our team. Or to
Let's
where
rest
are
by
we?
the fire.
Yeah, I agree with Zari. Thank you for your patronage.
Are you on the bed, Ophelia?
Yeah, she took her heels off. She is like kicking back. She took off her cloak. Like she's took the one pillow and has it behind her.
When Yeah, when you get on the bed, she sees you and rushes over, and that little fold she had, she reaches under her hand underneath it and grasps at her hand again.
Ew.
Ophelia, that's not ladylike, and we should not do that on a woman who we don't know. That could be something. That bed could be valuable to her. It could be something that has monumental value, or she worships that bed. We don't do that. How do you know? Did you ask?
She said to make yourself comfortable. I made myself
We don't lay
comfortable.
on a bed.
Was the
We
bed
don't
off
lay on
limits?
your bed.
I don't have a bed. I don't have anything in this shithole.
It's all right.
See, it's fine. It's fine. She sits
Okay.
harder on it.
It is not fun.
It's okay.
Uh,
She takes the things in her
Variance.
hand. Go ahead.
Baron's just gonna hand the chest to Zuri so she can put this the thing in it.
Ophelia, there's a lot I will allow, but disrespecting a god.
She isn't my god.
Azrael, help me with her.
Don't look at me. She has the right to make her own decisions.
Yes. My decision right now is to sit on this lumpy
It's
moth.
fine. It's fine. Just stop
Arguing.
arguing. Please. Please.
Odysseia, give the word and I'll remove her.
You can try, big boy.
I appreciate it, but it's all right.
Fenrir, sometimes I've learned you just call it Ophelia, be Ophelia.
Just because you worship. Oh, sorry, go right ahead.
No, I'm all done.
Sorry to put you off. Just because you worship and are devout doesn't mean others are. Either way, back to business here. We're gonna need a description of your Goliath friend.
Like I said, let me finish the scrolls first. I don't even know if this will work.
Fair enough. If you need any help. I'm not the most magically inclined, however. I got 2 hands.
I appreciate it. Again, you don't have to stay down here. I mean that. It's not a soft, meek Decia thing. I mean it.
If
you
we
are
wanted to
able-
go back to the city, how would we get out?
the door on the wall. She kind of gestures towards the archway. Just go up there and you'll reach the top. It's a straight walk.
Oh, we could have left. We're not stuck here. That was a misunderstanding on my end. Okay, we're not in some like half pseudo space.
No. You are in. You're back in Nexus. That water
Oh!
is Nexus's water. That's why she said the elementals clean the water. She's been keeping it maintained.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
I was, yeah, okay.
Okay. Oh, so she's the reason why the fountains run clean water?
That's what she implied. Yes.
Ooh, okay.
We would all be safe for the night back at my church.
Oh God, do we have to?
I'm not the biggest fan of the church.
I was like you once.
Well, that settles it. Let's get to going.
Yes.
I have to check on Maze. He's hurt, and also at the very least send a letter home, so Mama Gadros doesn't, send people to find us.
Let's figure out a plan of action. We have to be within 30 feet of Zuri at all times. So we need to find a place where we can all agree to stay at for one thing.
I think I know a place.
Are there other children?
Technically, we're all adults, but I'm the youngest.
Well,
Father Gabriel's church will be safe.
Sorry, for the love of God, can we just stay at your place, please?
Yes, Ophelia, we can go home.
Oh, Zuri is offering her place. It's splendid, it's wonderful. We can go there, please. There's no children or gods or worshipy people. It'll be great. Neutral ground for all of us.
Fine with
And,
me.
and Ophelia will make drinks. She's great at making drinks.
Fine.
I wouldn't want to go back to my place anyway. Lots of complications if I bring four strangers. Guess Zuri's home it is.
Just a disclaimer, there is a slight draft. And if anybody says anything about it, I will have Ophelia end you.
Yes. Which I will.
Sounds like a good time to me.
All right. Well, it sounds like you all decided. So just if you could be back here tomorrow morning, I should have the scrolls ready. Be careful. Don't tell anyone. Am I forgetting anything?
Stay within 30 feet.
Yes. Stay close to the gym. If you do get too far away, you can. You'll be back in the deep ethereal. You can go back towards the gemstone. Just they may be lurking and waiting. They can see you, but if you're within the gemstone's range, they can't touch you.
Varian's gonna go over to her and hand out the packet of food of rations he got earlier. You've
No,
been here a
that's,
long time by yourself. Do you want to? Are you sure?
no,
It's
that's for
not
you
great,
all.
but it's better than nothing.
I have food.
I can
It's
share.
all right. I eat. It's all right.
Okay.
Again, she's still clutching whatever she was hiding from you guys out next to her chest like this.
Is there any way? Can I squint? Can I? Is there any way to get a visual?
No, she's completely covering it like that.
Zuri walks over to Ophelia and digs within her pockets and grabs a bunch of the rations that she has taken and puts them on the table. We're going to leave these here in the case
No.
that you eat them. It is completely okay, but we may need them at a later time.
I have food. That's for the people needed.
Yes.
Okay.
These people.
Nope.
need-
You're a people, sort of. In all the ways that matter.
Take the food.
Yes, ma'am.
Grabs the food and puts it back in Ophelia's.
I'm sorry. I need to get to work.
I'll leave you be.
Good luck. Have a good night.
I'll try. All right.
Ophelia,
all-
you're gonna die.
Are you all leaving it, heading for the door?
Yes. 30.
Yes.
Okay. As you leave Adicia behind and head towards the door, it seems to be a large wooden door that separates this path from somewhere else. Opening up, you will reveal a staircase that seems to wind its way up in strange patterns. It never seems to be a full circle or a back and forth. It'll go up a couple flights and then hook a right, and then go up another couple flights and then hook a left and then a right. It seems to almost make no sense as it travels up.
This is not a well-constructed staircase.
Adicia does appear at the archway to watch you all go as you leave.
Is there more of the map, or how are people just disappearing?
No. That's it. That's all the map.
Oh, okay.
You all ascend upwards. Up these staircases, it seems to take quite a while to go up. It's just stairs and stairs and stairs. After maybe about 5 minutes of climbing, probably most of you are out of breath or a little sore, but you reach the top of what seems to be the interior of a home, although it seems to have been unoccupied at some point. There's still the trappings of furniture and curtains, but the curtains look moth-eaten and the furniture seems dusty and in disuse.
So how far is your home? temple?
It's just a regular house, if you will. Um, it should be. How do we tell distance? What is distance?
Feet,
We can use miles, feet,
miles, feet,
normal stuff.
kilometers.
It's roughly 2 miles down this path or this road.
Can we check on Maze first? You said he was injured.
Maybe we should stop back by the city center.
Yeah, I kind of want to find out what that explosion
See the
was.
aftermath.
We should find
'Cause I've
his little friend. That's very. Your little friend's so important to you. He could be injured, right? Do you want to go find him?
And there's gonna
That's
be lots
what
of
I
people to
just
heal.
said.
Great. We should go do that. Let's help the little boy find his friend.
Uh-huh.
As you exit the house, those of you who know the city well will quickly be able to orient yourselves. You're actually coming out of a home not too far away from where all of this went down. You're maybe about 3 blocks or so from the city center, in particular the plaza that exploded. You can still see over the tops of some of the stone homes around you thick black smoke coming from the center of the city. As well, the roads around you and the streets around you seem particularly empty. While you do see a couple people walking here and there, they seem to be with purpose, and most people seem to have fled for their homes.
As we were going out, as I was gonna put the hood and his mask back up.
Is
Just
there
see.
anyone immediately near us?
You see someone down the street, maybe about 30 feet. They're walking towards you. They also have a hood up, and they're moving quickly, clutching something to the chest as they move.
What happened at the fountain earlier?
They look up at the 5 of you. I don't know. And turns around and walks away.
Oh, we don't need to find a guard. Everyone's scared shitless around here.
Yes,
can
we'll
talk.
start walking towards the fountain.
Okay. The city around you at one point in time was a gorgeous city. Broad, smooth stoned avenues, buildings made of the highest quality construction, 2 to 3 stories tall in close quarters, vibrant marketplaces, a thriving community, gardens around every home. Now that's all faded in the years. Any plot of land has either been dug up for the soil or moved. There might still be some grass around the homes, but they're dead and dying. The buildings themselves, with no fresh material, have had to just be left to decay. Chips and cracks, and even entire sections of buildings sometimes having crumbled into the streets. This once smooth stone avenues now are full of potholes and cracks. The whole city just looks decaying, which is something that all of you have been used to for some time. But you can easily find your way back to the main plaza down one of the large avenues. As you approach, however, you will find your way blocked by a number of city guards. The city guard here, they all wield an eclectic mix of different weapons. No single type of weapon. Not all of them have short swords. There'll be halberds, long swords, picks, whatever they can have as a weapon on hand, they will have. And every single guardsman does have the same uniform, though. Kind of grayish, dark, form-fitting coats that have side buttons down. The buttons themselves being made of bone rather than kind of brass or metal like a regular uniform would have. They have form-fitting pants and they wear no hats. Basically, and you would know that underneath that jacket they have basically just a piece of leather on their chest, nothing on the back. It's the barest of uniforms, just to denote that they work for the Nexus Interim Authority and provide a little bit of protection. But you can see your way blocked by a number. Go ahead.
Is that what Azrael's wearing?
Azrael's
Azrael?
wearing something completely
Azrael's
different. He seems
Yeah,
to be just
that's
in
what I thought.
civilian clothes.
Okay.
Dark,
Um,
but civilian clothing.
they are all blocking your way, kind of between one corner of a building and the fountain itself. Not enough to where you can't see through, but to where they definitely block your path. And there are not crowds around trying to get in or look. There's nobody near these guards. So the fact that the five of you walk up, they look nervous. They turn around. Stay back. This is off limits.
He's gonna look to the group. I'll handle this.
It's okay. We're friends.
I got it. Fine. Stormwake. He's gonna like put his mask down. They're with me. Just Raven Guard situation. Let me through.
You can kind of flash the symbol as well on the
Yeah.
ring guard if you want.
Yeah, he's gonna like put it from under his pocket and just flash and then
Yeah.
put it back.
Oh,
Anyone need
Alright.
healing?
no, those who survived the blast have been carted off.
Understood. Sit rep.
He turns to look, and you can kind of see past him. Half of this plaza, as well as a section of the actual fountain, have just sunken in. It's a big, basically, crater in the middle of the city. The water from the broken fountain flowing in and down into parts unknown. You can see past him the remnants of people. There are a few guards with kind of cloth around their faces going around and basically sorting out bodies that are charred or blasted to bits. He looks back towards you.
He kind of like he looks at Azrael and like he just kind of has like this 1,000-yard like taking everything in, but definitely looking past him at what's going on or what has happened.
The best guess is 160 or so dead.
Assumptions Rose Syndicate.
We don't know.
From here, what can Varian tell about the explosion, having dealt with explosions and traps himself before? Is he able to, like, is it magical? Was it chemical? Was it gunpowder?
Make an investigation check. We'll go with that. Unless you have a tool proficiency. You don't have Tinker's tool or anything like that?
I have every tool proficiency.
You rolled an 18. That's fine. It definitely, I will say, it doesn't seem magical. Definitely seems like there was some kind of device or some kind of chemical explosion. And it's not like a big crater. It's just that when the street was blown up, there's always stuff underneath the city. Everywhere you go, it just collapsed in. It's not like a big hole in the ground.
And does it seem like this was meant to be an attack where it killed people, or like it was a distraction to get something? Can I tell that from here?
Well, to be fair, it blew up in the middle of.
I'm assuming it's, yeah, but I'm just checking from what I can tell.
Well,
there were also his eyes glancing towards Fenrir and Zuri, the 4 clerics in the blast.
I'm trying to keep this conversation like between us.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's still glancing towards
Yeah. I'll let them know I'm away from the situation. Can you send a message for me?
Once we're off duty, sure.
Of course. Tell Uda that I'm alright, but I'll get in contact with her when the situation is more calm.
He looks at you a little confused for a second before he kind of that recognition. Uda's on.
Yes.
She's on her way. Want to tell her yourself?
I have some things to deal with.
Of course.
You understand the operational security, all that.
Sure. I understand.
All right.
What'd they say?
He's gonna like wave to the guy and
Yeah.
let's get to Zoe's place. I'll explain everything.
So during this time, Ophelia would have tried to sneak away, and while Azrael was having this conversation.
To where?
Her hole in the wall.
That would be too far away from Zuri.
Okay.
You probably would have been like, huh, and then turn back to look, and your shoulder's gone as you get out.
Okay, okay, never mind.
Just pulled in by a fucking squid
Yeah.
boy.
Can we go find Maze first? They said that the injured were taken somewhere. You'd also be able to get more information there about what happened.
Yes, we should look for your friend.
Matthew? Matthew, was it?
Matthew?
His name is Maze.
Maze. There you go. We should look for Maze, and we should check the last spot that we saw him, actually. And I think it was over by a wall over there. Why don't we go that way? Come on, gang. Let's go find Matthew. Maze.
You do realize that your stuff is probably not there. With the blast and the direction of the explosion and the weight of that, it's probably gone to he starts talking trigonometry and tells you exactly where every single piece would be.
So you're telling me it's gone?
Yes.
Fuck.
Look.
Come on, let's get to Zuri's.
Varian, any injured would have cut it off.
I thought it was weird that you seemed so excited to help our young friend here.
Who?
Exactly to his point. Varian, any injured would have been carted off if Maze is okay. Which, if our friend stated otherwise.
Zuri likely would have been taken to the Church of Vita. It's the closest church to this location, and it's
Where we're heading, anyway.
Well, it's my church.
Wait, do we have the same church?
Wait, dude, because I live at the
No.
church.
you live at the Church of Mycordia.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Wait, Zuri Vita, Fenrir Mycordia.
Okay.
Fenrir Veritas, but stays at the Church of Mycordia.
Okay, does Fenrir have any paladin symbolism, like representing the deity that he worships?
You very likely would, either on your either a necklace or it's branded on your armor, or on your shield, wherever you want it.
I'll say I have a necklace and it's on my shield.
Veritas. He worships Veritas, correct? The
Yes.
Yes.
symbolage would be a Veritas.
Now, is he giving me apostles vibes here, or like, what's the case? No, he hasn't tried to fucking kill me for saying anything untoward. All right, cool.
But
We don't have a big
he
problem there.
lives. He said that he lived at the church of
Vita.
Mycordia.
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 No, thought that was Zuri. You just said Zuri lives in Mycordia.
No, Vita. No, she doesn't
Zuri-
live there. So
Zuri is a life cleric
Yes.
to Vita,
Yes.
the goddess of life. So she's
Right.
the life church.
There's a lot of words.
Yes. Fenrir is a paladin of Veritas,
Right.
but he stays at the Church of Mycordia. Everyone can make me a Nexus info roll on that if you want.
Right. You know, there's a lot of words going on right now.
I know, it's the first session. It's okay.
One or
We're all
two.
familiarizing ourselves. Well, you would know this for sure. So that's very, very in character that you rolled a nat 20.
What are we rolling?
Nexus info.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
my God! All of us just bang.
Everyone relax. Why does everyone know more than me? Isn't okay?
Yeah, I literally have a +1.
No.
I'm not rolling.
Varian?
If you're waiting for
You're
me.
not rolling? Okay.
No.
Yeah, all of you would know that likely the reason why Fenrir would likely be staying at the Church of Mycordia rather than Veritas is because the Church of Veritas is the headquarters of the Apostles.
Right.
It's the headquarters of the Apostles.
Yes, the Apostles, which are the Crusader, Firebrand, we must cleanse the city gang that has problems.
Zealots.
Yes, zealots. Their full name is the Apostles of Veritas.
Which is why Fenrir most
He's
likely
not
is at
living there.
Mycordia, because those are...
Correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna have to put a lot in this scalp.
If we had a map, I could point out where all these churches are, because they are represented. I just don't have it quite yet.
Soon.
TM.
Hopefully by soon, TM. Hopefully by next session.
Maybe.
Were the priests that I lived with at the fountain when this happened?
No, they would have all been clerics to Vita. Zuri's compatriots and comrades.
You're mine.
I'm slightly
Well,
confused now.
Why?
I live with them, right? Yeah. I live with these priests.
With my Cordia, that's Vita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. You all are traveling to Zuri's apartment or to the Church of Vita?
To my apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
To my home.
Yes. I believe your apartment, it's not too far away from the church, though.
No, it's not. It's like
Okay.
2 blocks away.
Yeah. So, if the fountain is the center of the city, the Church of Vita is just northeast of the fountain. Your apartment is not too far away. Again, if I had a map, you would see it northeast of you. So as you guys walk through the streets, once you get away from the fountain itself, maybe about a half a mile or so, the city streets start to come alive a little bit more. It's mostly just around the incident that people have gone and hid. Definitely people are mumbling and muttering. You can still see the black smoke going up into the air. Rumors flying abound about what happened as you walk past people. But in short order, you will arrive just outside of your apartment.
As we're walking, can I keep an eye out for anyone from home who might be here to investigate?
You can make a perception check for me.
I'm real good at these. Actually, it's not bad. Not bad.
Even with a 16, you don't seem to spot anyone that you would know.
Okay.
You are walking in the opposite direction of where you're from.
Yeah, I just figured there's probably somebody around here. Not that Varian is necessarily going to see them, but...
The fountain being the center of the city, your home is in the south. Almost directly south.
Yeah.
That's it. Please make yourself at home. The kitchen's over there. The bathroom's over here. There's a room upstairs, but again, a huge draft. This is Ophelia's room. This is my room, and here's a couch.
If I recall,
nice.
the draft is because your roof collapsed in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you probably could have seen
Very
from the
kind
outside
of
as
you.
well.
Are you sure you don't want to stay at my place? Like, there's a lot more space. And, guards and people, and
We're
the
already
roof
here.
isn't collapsed.
Again, I did mention, as it does hurt my feelings, that if you mention anything about the draft, that Ophelia will have to take care of you. This is your one warning, as it did slightly hurt my feelings.
It's all right, darling. Don't pay him any mind.
Do you need a hug?
No, she has a hug. She's fine. Boob, like her face is Zuria's face. Is in her she's fine. Don't worry about it. There.
Thank you, Ophelia.
Anytime.
Well, I guess we're going to be spending a lot of time together.
Best to get to know each other.
Do we have to?
City watch, right?
Something like that.
Do you know Jonathan?
Jonathan. I know a lot of people.
He would know Jonathan, right?
I would like, Azriel.
Mm-hmm.
Make me just roll me a D100.
I bet. My roll 20 is being a bit laggy, so please.
There's no way you know every guard in the city.
Of course not.
15. You've heard of a Jonathan. While you don't know every guard in the city, you definitely know a lot of the captains of the guards and what districts they run. Jonathan runs a district closer towards the west side of the city. You don't know him personally, but you know his name.
Captain John heads west side of the city. Don't
The
know him
one.
personally, but heard he's a good man.
Him and I were guards together a long time ago.
Right, you held yourself like a god. Makes sense. Donnie, I did send you a DM.
I know. I'm trying to respond to it, but then that came up.
Oh, no worries. Right. I am something of the city god.
Something. What are you exactly?
I'll come up in time.
I thought you wanted to get to know everybody. Isn't that what you just said? Now you're being
Sometimes
withholding.
operational security is of utmost importance.
Okay, well, can you explain something? Or did I not see you just conjure up a dragonborn from fucking sand, like out of nothing? Did that happen? Or was I hallucinating? I could have been hallucinating.
I think you were just hallucinating.
I don't think I was.
She
I
was
saw
with
it
I,
too.
I am
was pretty
surprisingly
cool.
going to have to be with Ophelia on this.
Oh, you'll see you'll come to like it over on my side, big boy.
I did roll a deception check if anyone wants to.
You did roll a deception check.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you disadvantage on that
Okay.
roll
Because
because
it was pretty obvious.
it's pretty obvious.
Just shh.
Okay, I would like all of you to roll insight checks
Come on, big
against
money,
his
big money.
deception.
Fuck. Fuck. I hate this game. I quit.
Okay. Okay.
9.
So he's not able to mind control you. You're not like, oh, I guess I was mistaken. At the very least, though, it's difficult to tell if he is lying or not. Maybe there's a little bit of doubt in your minds now, like, well, we were in the deep ethereal, fuck shit was happening. Something was going on. I don't know what, but Zuri, you know what you saw. You saw him have some kind of magic item that had this dragonborn come out of it. You saw it, you remember it. You're not letting him get it past you. You can tell he's lying.
I will add that it's not because he doesn't want to tell you. He's just trying to keep himself safe because you guys are still kind of strangers.
You can read that. Zuri, you can
Yeah.
read that on his face. The rest of you cannot.
Yeah. Good point. Thank you, Donnie.
So you're like, I don't know. Are you sure? Kind of for the rest of you.
I think that there's more to this story, but I also think that you might not be comfortable in the environment at the moment. But after a few drinks, you may open up, and we might have a fun story to hear.
Are you just thinking that, or you're saying it out loud?
I'm saying that.
You could possibly be right, or you could be completely wrong. We'll have to see. I do need to speak to you in private, however. Sorry.
And
Do you?
that won't. That's
Sorry.
not. No, you can't speak to my Zuri in private. You could hurt her. Look at you. No, I'll be with you. I'll chaperone.
She's a grown woman.
I
She
think
can be
I,
herself.
I think they're perfectly fine.
I wasn't asking anybody else's opinion. In fact, I wasn't even asking yours, tattoo man. Zuri, I'll be in the back. We don't know this man. Look at him.
Fair enough. Tattoo man's an
Yeah,
interesting
like, can you
nickname.
move a little bit to the side, baby, so we can see Azriel? I would like to talk to you alone, privately. Like, no.
So could I talk to her alone? Just finding out where the line is.
You could talk to her alone, but no healing.
I don't know how to heal.
Yes,
that's
she's not allowed to heal
Oh, her.
you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
if you get to
I-
paper cut, you're on your own.
Oh, I get paper cuts are like small fries.
I know.
I have like
Anyway.
4. Just like
really-
bandages all over his fingers.
Just-
Best way to torture Varian, just get lemon juice. Just put his hands in lemon. Hey.
Shake his hand, yeah, lemon juice. Like, hello.
Well, if I'm not...
Sorry.
No, go.
I pull Ophelia to the side and I caress her cheek and I say to her, Ophelia, let's let this man tell me what he wants to tell me in private. However, I will stand by the door, and if you hear any taps on the door, I want you to bust it open.
Fine, but we should have a safe word. Penis.
what would-
Yell as loud as you can to the gods that you worship. Penis. If you're in any danger. Okay?
Okay, I will yell the word penis. But how would you like me to interject that into a sentence at any given point?
You're right. Maybe yelling that would put you more in danger, actually. Let's think of a different word. Vulva. Yell oh wait, no, that wouldn't work either because it wouldn't come up naturally. Just say I have my period. And I'll come rushing in. Kind of like your period. I'm so sorry.
I miss this character.
I will say that it is that time of the month.
It's
As that is more my style.
Right.
I understand the other one is your style, but I will say that
Sure.
it is that time of the month if necessary.
right. So it's my time of the month will be my the safe
That
phrase.
is your cue.
That's my
If you
cue.
hear that.
Okay.
Yes.
And Ophelia, and like I know that Zuri pulled Ophelia to the side, and like Zuri is being like, and Ophelia is like, yeah. So just say like it is your period, like just like being very loud.
I didn't realize they were that kind of friends, but I guess that makes sense why she's overprotective and jealous.
Okay, so we're good. We're good.
I kind of have that effect on people.
Tattoo man, you can talk to my Zuri now.
The name is Azrael.
Azriel, you can talk to my
Uh,
Zuri.
Azrael, if you would like to step into my bedroom, we can have a private conversation.
Of course. And
Dance yourself.
she's not my type. You're more of. And he's just gonna walk into he's
As
gonna walk in behind Zuri.
as Zuri and Azriel head into your bedroom, I imagine Fenrir, Ophelia, and Varian also kind of like move a little closer towards the wall. But you guys can enter Zuri's bedroom and close the door.
Cool. No,
Okay, what would you like to speak of? What would you like to divulge or conversate with me, if you will?
as I did with the explosion, no. I prefer to have these conversations in private as people take information differently. It was reported to me that unfortunately your friends that were there with you have perished in the explosion.
Real quick, what friends?
They're life clerics.
There were
that
3 other life clerics there with you, handing out.
Oh, that were at the food bank
Oh,
thing?
4 other, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 3 other. There were 3 other life clerics, including you.
Unfortunately, they did not survive the explosion.
What? No. No. Does father know?
I don't know. That's all that was reported to me. He's gonna grab a chair and just like kind of slowly put it towards her. You should probably sit down. That is the case. However, any other injured have been carted to Veritas Church.
Wait, how do you
Decent.
know this? Like, how do you know this for sure? Like, are you just telling me this to upset me, or are you like, why are you like, why? How do you know this?
What would I gain from telling you that your friends are dead?
An unstable woman, who is upset about her friends being dead.
Do I look that? You kind of like look, you don't see any tattoos, but then like you take. I see what you're going. Look, I'm telling you this purely because it was reported to me. Spoke with the guard, and that's what the situation is. I just want to let you know in private, as I
Okay.
felt you deserve that respect.
Tears slowly fall from Zuri's face. When father confirms this for me, I pray that you are wrong, but in the meantime, I will take at what you're saying at face value.
Did not mean to upset you in any way, and I apologize for any and all losses.
No, thank you. Thank you for being forward. Thank you for divulging that information to me. Is there anything else that we need to discuss while you're here?
Nothing else. Just if you need to speak, I'm always here. No, we just met, however. I'm here.
I do appreciate that. And again, thank you for the information, as I will pray to my deity that you are wrong and that as time goes on, that there are less deaths and just more critically injured that I can heal, because that is my ability to do so. And but thank you. However, since we are in private, I would like to ask a question, if I may.
Go right ahead.
So, what happened? What was that thing? What was that place called?
Well,
The place where he did the thing.
oh no,
The
deep ether, ethereal.
Okay. What was that thing you did in the ethereal? What are you?
I'm merely a man. Well, tiefling. But fine, if you're pressing me, I'll let you know. I have a magical item. Please do not tell anyone else. Even anyone I'm associated with.
Okay.
It will allows me to summon a being that can aid us in any way possible. Call him Angel, because has my back in every aspect.
Question, just because I do know that this may come up at a later point. If you say that you can aid, it can aid us at any point, or aid you per se, it cannot be
listens.
commanded by anybody else. Yes.
It listens to me and me alone.
Okay. Ophelia can get creative, and I just want to make sure that can't be persuaded to go for what her commands may be.
I've come across many like him. In my times, you'll get to know who I am as time goes on. It listens to me. My word is final.
Okay. Well, thank you for being truthful, and this will stay between you and I.
Appreciate it. And he's gonna open the door.
Well,
Oh,
I was gonna
oh,
say at
oh.
this.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna say
run!
at the same time they were in there talk. I didn't want to interrupt, but at the same time they were talking, I was gonna talk to Ophelia.
Yeah, okay. As you guys are wrapping up your conversation, we'll go to Fenrir, Varian, and Ophelia.
Yeah. So what's your relationship with Zuri? You're very different, but you seem very different, but seem to have some sort of
Different
connection.
how?
She seems very
Beautiful. We're both two beautiful women, I know. We look good next to each other, right? Makes you almost want to get sandwiched in the middle.
no. I have no desire.
Did they take
Polite,
that from you?
well mannered. No. No,
Join
I
the
love
church, did they
someone
take
al-
away your desire? I've heard that happens. You know, I
no,
heard
they
there's magic items for that, if you have problems.
They don't do that. I
Oh.
loved someone a long time ago.
Oh, love. See, that's your problem. You should just fall in lust every now and again. There's no harm, no foul, no strings attached. Love is messy.
No, I find it's a distraction.
Love is more of a distraction.
What is the nature of your relationship with Zuri?
Oh, Zuri. She's my cleric. She saved me. And now she's teaching me all these wonderful things, of how to be good. And I've learned so much already. I'm practically
Like what?
already like a good person. Probably. Maybe.
The long road.
Oh, well, you know. Can't win them all.
What? Yeah, I thought you almost seemed like a project for her.
I don't know what you mean by project. But, she is helping me. You are astute in that regard. You have noticed that I don't take orders from anyone, but when Zuri says something, I listen because she's going to save my soul from the disputed hells, and that's all that really matters. Look, I've learned so many good things already. Oh fuck, you want some water? I'll get you some water. That's what good people do, right? I'm getting them water, Zuri! I'm doing it! Here I go!
As you walk away, you see Ophelia disappear.
Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Never mind. We'll get the water when they're done.
Well, that's very admirable. I'm glad you decided to do that.
Want some bread?
No one. No thing. No one's beyond saving.
What did you
Varian
say?
is on the ground, laughing at this point.
What did you say, Paladin?
No one's beyond saving.
You think so?
I know so.
Really? And what do you know?
It's just that I've been in a dark place myself.
You've been in a dark place, or you've done some pretty fucked up things that you've come back from.
That too.
Go on.
Maybe another time.
Time is as good as any. We could die tomorrow. What do you know about
Well-
coming back from damnation? I would like to hear about that.
I don't want to talk about
What kind of energy is Fenrir giving off right now? Is he nervous? Is he sad? Is he scared? Can I insight check him?
it. Distant, sad.
Distant sad.
Sorry if I'm
Is
not
he-
the best role player.
Stop
No,
it!
you're
You're
fine.
amazing! Stop.
The question: is Fenrir wearing these emotions on his sleeve, or is he trying to be stoic? Because if you're trying to be stoic, then an insight check from Ophelia would help her understand your true emotions.
Stoic then.
Okay, so Ophelia, make me an insight check. She can read
Read
you
my
like a book.
mind.
Yep.
So you're saying that he's stoic and he's standoffish and sad?
That's how he really feels. Sad.
How he really feels? How he really feels?
There's a sadness in his eyes.
Damn. You must have been in some real dark shit. You look like you're about to cry. I don't do hugs, but, little boy, do you want to hug the paladin? I think he needs one. And you love that shit, don't you? You tried to hug everybody earlier?
You want a hug? Also, I have a name, now that you care to use anybody's name.
Oh, what's your name?
Varian.
Little boy, do you want to hug the paladin?
I don't know, Sarah, do you,
Who's that?
Exactly.
I don't
Do
get
you
it.
want a hug? I'm ignoring her now. Do you want a hug?
That's all right. I appreciate it.
Do it. Hug him.
Okay.
Do it. He wants it. Hug him.
Consent is important.
That's true. Do you want a hug?
I'm okay. Thank you though.
Okay, if you change your mind, Zuri, I'm sure. She gives really good hugs. She's got great tits.
I thought Zuri wasn't allowed to hug anybody but you.
I'm allowing this one. Jesus, do you just have a memory of... Do you not forget anything?
Only if I'm not paying attention.
The old ADHD.
Are you done in there yet? I need you back, Zuri. They're talking to me.
We can say at this point, Zuri and Azrael are finishing up their conversation. They can head back into the main room.
Yeah, Azrael will swing the door open. And just motion for Zuri to leave first.
Did he hurt you? Are you okay?
Yes, Ophelia, I am okay. Did you get them water?
Oh, I tried to, but then I disappeared into almost nothingness.
What if well now that I am closer to you, will you please get water?
Yes, because I'm a good person. Here I go.
You are a good person.
You got this, Sarah!
Thank you.
My name's
Very.
Ophelia.
Oh, I'm aware, but she's being taught a lesson about calling people by their names.
Oh, did you tell her why?
I didn't have to, she got it. She just
Ophelia,
called
did
me
you
by my
get
name.
it?
Huh?
Did you get it? Do you understand why we call people by their name?
I don't know. Because the parents probably wanted them, gave them a name, and it's all egotistical. It's the name that they picked. Why is it important? What does it matter?
We're close.
We're getting there.
All right, Zuri. Those who have walked the path of the wicked must be given reminders.
Oh, Jesus Christ, how did I get in with a paladin and a cleric? Oh, water! She's been drinking. Do you guys want some water?
It'll be alright.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
I didn't spit in this one. I spit in this one. I can give you the non-spit one, Varian.
That's okay. Thank you.
You know,
I
some
appreciate
men
it.
pay
It's
me
very
for this
kind
one
of you.
more than this one.
I'm sure they do. I'm not really sure why somebody would pay more for that. That seems like, I mean, I guess it's a choice, but that's kind of,
So spit or not
healthcare's
spit?
expensive.
Spit or not spit?
No spit.
No
Please.
spit. Okay.
Thank you.
This
Thank you.
one. She'll hand out some waters.
You hand out some water in some cups. It's like room temperature.
Look at the glass for a second. Then drink it.
Inspect it very deeply.
Yeah, who gets the spit cup, by the way?
Anyone? Really, this is a delicacy where I'm from.
And where is that?
Not here. It looks like you could, like... Never mind.
Please continue.
Looking at Azrael, Ophelia's going to say, looks like you like to take it to the face. Would you like the spit cup?
I don't like taking it to the face. However, I'll take the cup, whatever.
Donnie, do I have alcohol in my house? Can I have alcohol in my house? Can I have wine? Is that allowed?
Can I have one alcohol?
One alcohol, please.
So alcohol is an immense rarity in Nexus, because in order to have alcohol, you need certain foodstuffs like wheat or potatoes for vodka. You need barley. For ale and stuff like that, which everything is meant for food. But you can probably have, you probably have some whiskey because that's a wheat.
Okay, it was gifted to me by somebody I healed at the church.
Sure.
Okay.
They gave you half a flask of whiskey, a very strong. I'm talking like moonshine levels, of stuff. So use it sparingly. It lasts a while.
Okay.
He's
Good
got
night,
people
Caroline.
making Pruno in their.
I do have this flask of whiskey. Now, before Ophelia gets it, everybody does need to have their share, as Ophelia will most likely down the rest of it. So, prior to giving it to Ophelia, please take what you would like, but please use it in sparsity.
But that one's not
and then
old
I will
enough.
handle it to.
That one's not
Well, wait,
You too, Bella.
wait. What is everybody's age except for Varian? To know Varian's age.
Yeah, Varian's illegal.
I don't think legality exists anymore. But why are you drinking that? Like, that's a really good fuel source. You can use that to make explosions and things. Like,
Even for me.
yes, but in times of need, when you are getting to know one another, this is the commonality or the culture aspect of getting to know somebody, is having a slight sip, if you will.
None
since
for me.
when?
Wait, what? You guys both talked at the same time.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Since when?
When you're no longer a young adult, you will understand.
Like, I know what alcohol is, but like, nobody has it anymore. So your discussion about it being a cultural thing is been inaccurate for the last 20 years, give or take.
So back when I was a child, my parents would do this when we had company, and so on the rare occasion that I have company, I have this in hand. Maybe if you did not grow up as an uncultured swine, you would know that. And then hands it to.
Oh, I think you hurt that one's feelings. It's okay, little boy. Swine are very attractive to some cultures. He's not saying anything. You broke
Thank
it.
you.
None for me.
None for Fenrir.
None.
But it's good. It's a delicacy. You don't
No.
get this.
Don't yell
If
at
a
her.
man,
Ophelia.
Come here.
if the man doesn't want any, don't force him.
She wasn't forcing him, and she was being nice.
I said no.
Okay, and she heard you the second time. Like, she was... Listen, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? Where I come from, she's right. When you bring somebody back to your house, and you're trying to be nice, it's called playing a host. Maybe you've heard of it. You offer them drinks. Now she's offering you what very limited stock she has left, because she's trying to show you good faith. That's what you do. All of you, come here,
I
give this to me.
appreciate it, but I have my reasons.
Fine, then just say politely. You don't need to raise your tone at our little Zuri. My Zuri.
Zuri, I'm sorry.
So it's not for everybody.
Well, Azrael is going to just down his spit water and then just hold his cup out to Zuri. Oh, godly drink with you.
Zuri
Doesn't it?
pours a medicine cup worth into his drink.
Wish I had some wine. It will suffice.
Oh, you can say that.
If you do need more water to what's the term?
Like water it down in a way.
No, like
Like
chase
it's-
it. If you need some water to chase it, as it is very strong, the kitchen is right over there, and or you can ask Ophelia, and she would be more than happy to fill your glass up with hopefully non-spit water.
He's gonna hold it out to Ophelia. Playing a host.
Yes. Spit or hold the spit.
Whichever, I've had worse. That's so fucked
I'm
up.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She just pours you
Extra
water.
spit for me.
I'll take a double.
Varian is gonna go as far away from the rest of them within the 30-foot circle as he can.
Do you want to go upstairs then?
If
You're
I can,
still
I'm going
within that 30.
upstairs, and I'm gonna ignore all of you.
As you go upstairs, reaching the second floor, it's a bit drafty.
However,
Start
there
trying to
is
fix it.
Nice corner.
I just start like taking the pieces and like attempting to fix it as best as I can with the time that I have.
It's already been cleared out. It's just basically a hole in the ceiling.
Oh.
Is it that
And
one?
then I pour Ophelia a glass and give her 2 medicine cups worth.
She's gonna take. Thank you, darling. You're the best. She'll take her cup of water and she'll pour them both into her water, trying to, extend the duration of her drink.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the same.
I think it's that one's feeding time. It looked a little. I mean, is it okay? Is it
Maybe.
milk? Oh, children need milk. Do we have milk?
He's not 2. He's
I
almost
don't
an adult.
know. Is it human? It looked human. That's practically why.
human.
What is that? Is that not a child? I don't know what time when you start serving milk. Well, I know some men like milk too. I'm sorry.
He seems to have separated himself because well, I wouldn't say me, however, some have been insulting him,
Who's been insulting him?
calling him, his people, uncultured swine, little boy.
Is he not a little boy?
Even if he is, it's respectful to call him by his name.
Oh, I didn't learn it. He forgot to mention it. It's not my fault.
Varian.
Oh, there it is, Varian. Oh, look, I learned it now.
The best way to amend is to apologize
For what?
for insulting him.
Right.
Ophelia, we were kind of rough on him. Maybe we should go up and say, I'm sorry is a good place to start.
Okay, hold on. Just
We're going to be with each other for a long time.
I'm ready.
We make our way upstairs.
Yeah.
I
What's
need
Varian
to-
doing upstairs?
I need to come see this. I'm following.
Varian is attempting to like go through his bag and find stuff to fix the hole in your wall or in your roof because it's kind of bugging him that there's a hole in the roof. And so he's like trying to figure out like how he can fix it if he can fix it.
So basically, when are you going upstairs as well, Finry, or are you staying downstairs?
No, I'll go. I'll follow behind Asriel.
Okay. So basically, when you all go upstairs, Ophelia and Zuri leading the charge, as you come up to the second floor, you see Varian staring up at the hole in the ceiling. Stuff,
Oh, dear.
his bag on the ground, kind of stuff around. He's holding up something. He's like measuring it almost.
I told you it was a bit drafty up here. My apologies, and my apologies for calling your family uncultured swines. That was very rude and would not be accepted by the church. So I am so sorry. Ophelia, do you have anything to add to that?
I'm sorry.
I
Bam.
am
Sorry.
sorry, Varian.
And what are we sorry for?
Calling
Calling
You.
you
little.
little. I'm sorry for calling you little. I did it.
No, you're not done.
Fine.
Calling you
Thank
little
you.
boy.
Oh, look, he accepted it. Oh,
No, I
Oh.
didn't accept it. I said it's fine. I said thank you.
It's fine.
It's fine that
Is
you
this a
didn't finish the
test?
apology. I said
Oh.
thank you for apologizing. Thank you for apologizing does not mean that I accept your apology. Those are different.
I know, but I did everything that I could already, so I'm done.
No,
Baby steps, Asriel. Baby steps.
you're right. You're right, Fenrir. Baby steps.
I'm going downstairs. Have fun up here. It's cold.
And she walks past. Zuri pats her on the head.
Good person.
I'm sorry, Varian.
Arian,
Well,
we're sorry.
It's fine. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Nope. I guess this is where we're sleeping.
No, I have a couch and there's 2 bedrooms, and while there are only 2 beds, the floors down there are warm. Up here it is cold, and it is warm down there, and so we will stay down there. However,
I have some tents.
you've tents.
Varian, why
and
don't you and I
bedrolls.
take a bedroom? Varian, why don't you and I take the spare? You can have the bed.
Varian, we're about to have some dinner. Would you like to come down and grub a dub dub with us while we eat our bread?
Sure.
Okay. Does that mean you accept my humble apology?
Yes.
Varian just poisons all of us.
Right, in our sleep.
Yeah, he just kills them all. He blows us up.
Ophelia's sleeping in her bed. A dark shadow just looms on the wall. Varian standing over.
Sorry, I don't have a sticker for that.
I go walk downstairs and walk up to Ophelia. Ophelia!
Shit. Like, as if a
You-
dog, like the ears go down. Like, yes.
Guess what?
What?
we that wish that we had that you had explicitly told me about sleeping in the same bed. We do get to sleep in the same room.
It's
tonight.
happening. It's finally happening. Oh, there's so much to prepare for. I need to get the good silks. Oh, give me a second. Can she make it to her room without leaving the 30-foot?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, she just slams the door you hear, and you just hear like rustling of sounds and everything.
Do we hear this as we're coming back downstairs?
You hear the door slamming, then you can hear the rustling
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah.
Never mind then.
Okay, and then a moment later, Ophelia comes back out.
Oh yeah. She's wearing like a very sexy like night robe. She has like silks and some like burnt down candles, and it's over the back. So do you want to do it in my room, or are we doing it in your room? Which one?
There is no doing it. We are just going to be sleeping in the same room. I don't think.
Did you do that to hurt me? Did you do that on purpose?
No.
It feels like I'm being punished. You said that we were going to sleep together, and then you were like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm."
Sleep can be used in different terms, meaning sleep in the same room together.
Do you know you're in less clothes than you were before?
I know. This one makes my ass look fantastic.
Fenrir's uncomfortably looking to
Right.
the side.
I mean, I have to agree with what she says. Ezra doesn't give a fuck. He's just like unabashedly fucking looking.
And she's unabashedly like,
However, Ophelia, I do know that you are rather tired and you do like to sleep with your candles, and so if you would like to go put your candles in there, you definitely can.
in your room or my room?
In my room.
Okay. I need to get
The
a
boys
couple
will
more
get your room.
things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't fart on my bed. When I first moved in, this whole place smelled like fart. And it took a lot to get that smell out. So please, I ask, if you're going to sleep in my room, when you have to fart, please go outside of the bedroom. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you.
I'm going to sleep down here. I have work to do anyway.
Come on, Varian.
You need help?
Oh, I thought we were taking the
Well, yes, but he
Ophelia's
said-
room.
Well, yes, but he said he has work to do. Does he need help? Since we have
Sure.
nothing else to do, and it's kind of boring here.
If he'd like to
It's
sit and...
also kind of like late afternoon.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my!
shoot.
I thought it was
It
like
was-
9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
No,
But
no,
it was late.
no, it was like morning when you guys were at the place.
Nothing wrong with early sleep.
We can fast forward and say it's night. I'm just, if you guys would
Okay.
sit
I-
here and
A long day.
yeah, it's been a long day.
It's been a very fucking long day.
Give
If
play
you
some
like-
cards.
Well, Varen, if you'd like to sit with me and discuss, and I'm mostly just doing paperwork, being honest with you. However, I would enjoy the company.
It is like the sun outside just goes, and it's nighttime now. So is there anything anyone wants to do before bed? Did Varian and Azrael want to talk a little bit while they work?
Probably.
Yeah.
What about Fenrir, Ophelia, and Zuri?
Mm. I don't need to have this conversation yet. It should happen at a later time. So Zuri is going to be cleaning the house, and that is what it's going to be going on.
Okay, we can handle that later. It's all right.
I will say
Okay.
that at some point Ophelia will have a conversation with Zuri before bed when they're
Okay.
in the same
Yeah.
room.
Fenrir, what about you? Is there anything you like to do?
No, just sitting, praying.
Then Fenrir is in the bedroom. Ophelia and Zuri are in their room having their conversation. But out back in the living room, Asriel and Varian are sitting alone. Asriel is working on some of his paperwork.
What kind of paperwork do you have to do?
As you say that, like he puts his bag like on the table, and you just hear like a noticeable thud, and he like pulls out this massive book. It seems to like the edges are a little frayed. It's leather bound, and there's a latch on it. It's locked, and just it seems to have gone through a lot of wear and tear. Very old. Um, Machine locks in and like opens it up, and there's just notes and pictures of people, names. What languages do you know?
I know, I believe Celestial and Elvish.
Yeah, any
And
like
common.
and common. Um,
That's it. That's it. That's all.
the language in this looks completely foreign to you. It seems that he's written it in a personal language to himself so that he can read it. It seems that he'd be keeping it secret. But like it does like if you've seen any kind of report, like you can definitely kind of make out it's like name, whatever. It's like sectioned out that way and then just a fuck ton of notes. Um and then like if he flips, you see pictures, you see like layouts of buildings, like you see random symbols. You do see occasionally like a gang symbol here and then, and he's just flipping through and flipping through. He's definitely has put paper into the book. It's like different shades depending if it's like new or old, and he's just like he's writing down like it seems like he's just writing out a new section.
Do I recognize any of the people in the book?
Uh,
Yeah.
You don't recognize any of the people.
Okay.
Again, it's a big book. I'm sure he's not going through all of it.
Yeah. No, like as he's, I just mean as he's skimming through. Is there anybody that I'm like, hey, I know them?
No, but make me a history check.
Okay. 17.
17.
If could he do an intelligence check to figure out what languages that I've written this in?
Yeah, we could do that too. You could do an intelligence check.
That's a 9. I'm distracted by the pretty pictures.
Goofers.
Yes. Hang on, I'm trying to pull up your notes
No worries.
here.
I have so many.
While you do that, I'm gonna grab some water.
We never.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
Never mind. I need a mini fridge.
You do.
Hang on, I'm doing magic here.
The music got scary.
Yes. Okay. So, with a 17, you recognize one of the gang symbols in his book as it flashes by.
Okay.
I will DM you where you've seen it before.
Okay. You're just writing what happened?
Personal notes, and pertinent information, who you all are, the usual. Just personal logs for myself. I won't be telling anyone anything, however.
Before this, did I know anything about that? Do I know any backstory there?
You're muted.
No, because if you ever asked about it, you got no information about it.
Okay. Varian is not very good at hiding anything. So, as you're flicking through, there is a moment when he kind of like almost startles, reacts to something, but he doesn't say anything.
What's with the reaction?
Oh, it's a really cool book. I like books.
You're stammering and freaking out. You've obviously seen something.
You know what? I think she's calling me. Bye.
Varian, come here. Don't walk away from me. I'm not gonna hurt you. Whatever you've seen, it's all right.
Recognize something.
What did you recognize?
A symbol.
Of?
I'll point it out in the book.
It is a symbol of the unseen.
Right, unseen.
I don't know what that means.
You seem to quite know them. Do the way they do. Reacting.
No, I
Gang-
just have seen it before, and I wasn't expecting to see anybody that I knew in your book.
Well, I can tell you that they're no longer a problem, outside of maybe some normal stragglers.
That's probably good.
Let me clear the air a little bit. I'm not part of said gang.
Okay. I'm not part of a gang either.
Ugh. Alright. Varian, I helped to bring down said gang.
Oh, okay.
I understand that this book is filled with a lot of information. They are defunct. I understand it may be startling.
I'm really confused about where you're going with this. I'm sorry.
I was hoping to keep this more secret. However, it seems you've cornered me, and I'd rather keep the trust. I'm an operative. Government operative.
Do I believe him?
I'm just gonna pull out the symbol, I'm just gonna slam it on top of the book, and then just...
Do I know this symbol?
Make me a Nexus info check. I'm so glad I added the skill.
That's really good,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
really
you did
good.
too.
Yeah.
17. Yes. You know
Okay.
what this symbol represents. Don't know a whole lot about it because you've basically been told this symbol, while they're the government, stay away from them. This is a symbol of the Raven Guard. This is the government's more or less secret police.
Oh. That's interesting.
I served a lot of years in the underground. I brought down the unseen and helped in bringing down a few others. I'm on your side.
Okay. I mean, I
You
was
don't-
surprised to see the symbol in the book. That was it. That was a surprise.
I can tell you're gonna have 10 more questions if just within the short time that I've been around you.
I mean, probably. I always have questions. I have questions about everything.
Ask all the questions you have, Erin.
Why do you have a book with all the different people in it? Like, is it a record of people you've met and that are bad?
It's a record of operations, of people I've met, people who I need to meet, and any pertinent information on anyone I need to speak to or have spoken to.
That seems useful, but what happens if it gets into the wrong hands?
It won't.
You seem very sure of that. You have like
I
a
am.
magic pocket.
I don't have a magic pocket.
You should probably get one of those.
Unfortunately, I'm mundane. I don't have much in terms of magic.
Yeah, but you don't have to have magic to have like items that can do things.
I don't know about you, Varian, but I don't see many mages that can gladly chant me a magic pocket.
Right.
Now, I hope you keep this between us. I'm telling you
course.
this information because I trust you. I'm trusting you here.
I won't tell anybody.
But because I had to kill you if you did.
That would probably be bad.
You could tell he's absolutely fucking with you. But please don't tell anyone.
I won't tell anyone. Yeah. So are you gonna investigate who pulled the chemical compounds and the materials to make the bomb?
I have assumptions it's Rose Syndicate. There's been some rumors. Getting my hands on Arthur Iron Hand is a personal.
Are they just sitting in the common area?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just in the living room.
Can I hear anything? Say, like, I'm gonna perk up at Arthur, or
Muted.
muted.
I probably would say you wouldn't be able to hear them, but you can walk out at any point if you want. I would also like to note something, but I forgot. Oh, Varian saying that the explosion was chemical and not magical. Big note.
Yeah.
You would be like, oh.
Yeah. Definitely writing that down as time goes on. As we're having this conversation.
Yeah, why not? I'll walk out.
Perfect. When you walk out, I would like to, as sneakily as I can, activate a rune and cast comprehend languages. So activate it so I can read what's happening in the book. While he's like looking up to do that, I want to just like reach to my necklace and activate the rune.
Okay.
Do I see this?
Hold on.
Okay. Fair enough. There's a lot going on.
So what I'm getting from you, Mac, is that as Fenrir enters the room and Asriel gets distracted by Fenrir coming into the room, you want to subtly activate this so you can try to read the book in whatever language it is.
Yes.
Okay. So here's how we're going to do this. Fenrir opens the door. Asriel looks up. Asriel, what is your passive perception?
13.
13. I would like a sleight of hand check from you, Varian.
Wait, that's the wrong one, but that's okay. It's same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the same.
So out of the corner of your eye, Asriel, you can see Varian activate something on his necklace. You see a little glow of light. You can't tell what happened. You don't know that it's to comprehend languages, but you can tell that Varian did something. As Fenrir
I'll
walks in.
make a note of it.
Okay.
But does it tell you the languages or does it just tell you what?
It
I
just
believe
lets me read it.
Just lets you read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be touching
But
the
it
surface.
doesn't.
Does it reach out and touch his book?
Well, I thought I was already reaching out and touching it because I had pointed to the symbol.
When you said pointed, point can mean like
Okay,
this close
I guess in
or that
my
close.
brain, you're right. Fair. Fair. But it also doesn't decode secret messages, so
it's not a cipher. It's just a personal way he's writing.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
I'll allow you touching the book.
Okay.
If we want to go down that route.
Okay.
He will make note that you did touch something. He's not gonna say anything about it though.
But yes, Fenrir walks in the door.
Yeah.
How's everyone getting along out here?
Everything's going great. He's gonna close the book on Varian's finger.
Was he telling the truth about what's in the book? That's the only thing Varian wanted to know is if it was actually what he said it was.
Yes.
What you would have seen, within like the short span of that, since we were on the unseen, you would have seen like organization name unseen, leader's name was Jasper, next to it liquidated, defunct, or like organization status defunct, And then it's just like a list of primarily deals in assassination and grand theft. Occasionally, human trafficking, works with street hounds, and then it just goes on to like specifics on uh, like his notes of like how he gets in, like how he got in, who he spoke to, and stuff like that.
Roll a
Do I?
D100, Reagan. Because I know exactly what you're going to ask.
But also, do I
No.
memorize everything on that page?
Yes. But,
Perfect.
no. No
Yeah.
names that you recognize.
Perfect.
But then,
Yes, Fenrir, everything's going great. Oh, did I hurt your finger, Varian?
Fine. I felt that snark. Better than everybody else is getting along, except for those two. I'll point to the other bedroom.
I don't know what the conversation could be about between Ophelia and Zuri, but I imagine there's yelling at this point.
What do you mean you don't want to fuck me? I don't want to fuck you.
Put it away, Ophelia! Put it away!
But my tits! My tits!
I don't know what the conversation's gonna be about either.
So, should we be like worried about criminals getting in here while we're trying to sleep? There's a hole in the roof.
Most of them are too
Hey!
busy.
I can put a barrier.
I don't think they care about a shabby house.
Donnie's head just exploded.
Ooh, gotta be careful.
If I know Arthur, he has a lot better things to do.
And what do you know about Arthur?
I know Arthur very well.
We'll have to have separate conversations. Either way. Yeah. He's going to reopen the book to a blank page and then just start writing. Occasionally looking up at Varian.
Who is now following along and seems to be reading what's happening. And is kind of very obvious about it.
You still have to touch it.
Do I still have to touch it? Can't I read it?
It's not like a you boink and now I can read it. It's you have to run your
and
hand
it says
over
it takes 1 minute per
Oh.
page.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
We'll keep what you got, but
Yeah.
probably not gonna be able to read anything else.
Varian's
Hey.
pouting that he can't read anything else.
It says comprehend languages, not comprehend languages fast.
Varian's pouting that he can't read it.
That's
He can't read it.
My language still says TBD
Oh.
when we made our character sheets.
We'll figure that out. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
No?
Okay. While this conversation has been occurring, Ophelia and Zuri, you've been in Zuri's room. I just want to, I don't know if this has been noticed yet, but Ophelia has given her bedroom over to the boys, which I'm sure they're going to find all manner of horror. But the two of you are in the room alone. You can kind of vaguely hear talking out in the living room, but you can't understand what they're saying.
I'm just going to run and use the little water closet. I'll be right back, Zuri. You just stay here. Perfect. You know, everything's great. She's like, the little shitty secondhand candles that have already been burned down, she has them up. She's found a rare stick. Maybe she's burning maybe some like herbs or something, so it smells good in here. Whatever she can have found and scrounged, and she's just gonna exit the room really quick. And Donnie, how does this work? I would like to use my dagger and inflict a wound on myself. Can I just do it? Do I roll? Like, do I? You're muted.
You're muted again.
No, you can just do it. I was gonna jokingly say you need to roll a d20. If you get a nat 1, you stick yourself in the eye. No, you can just if you need to.
Okay. Oh no! Oh, Zuri! Oh no! And then she's gonna walk back into the room, and like she's wearing like a very silky, thin like nightgown, and like across her, like right above her chest up here, she has like a little slit. Oh! Oh, Zuri! I'm in so much pain. Oh, it's unbearable. I must have slipped when I was refilling everybody's waters, and as a good person, that's what I did, and now I'm in so injured doing good work. I need you, Zuri. Ow.
Can I ask a question?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry before you continue. You just stepped outside, really quickly cut yourself and stepped right back in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ophelia, come here. Let me look at it. And
Oh,
she takes it serious.
okay. Should I take this off?
No. Let's
It's
keep
fixed.
it on for now.
Look, it goes on and off so quickly. Like, are you sure? I can take it off completely.
Okay, if you're more comfortable while I look at it.
Okay.
Oh, Zuri takes Ophelia's. Wait, what'd you cut?
Oh, my little boo boo. It's like right above my breast. Right here.
Okay, so she pulls Ophelia closer to her and she looks at it and she's like, so I guess we need to heal this. And is that right?
Yes, please. Ouch. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain.
Now, however, I did not see you do this when you got water. So are you sure you got this from getting water?
Oh, it happened when I was refilling cups for all the needy people in the house right now. Because that's what you told me to do. It's to take care of them. And look, I took care of them, and now you can take care of me because I got injured in the line of duty. Ow.
So Zuri pulls out the little left of what's in the flask of the moonshine and dabs a rag of it to disinfect any wound that is there. This may sting.
No.
So just be strong for me, okay, Ophelia?
Can't you just use magic? Do you have to use that? I'll suck on the rag and you use your magic. How about that?
We need to disinfect it first to make sure that there is nothing that got inside while
Why don't
because
you...
when you did get the water, that was an hour to 2 hours ago, and you have been running around if what you're telling me is true.
What about why don't you take a sip of this with the drink that she still has with the whiskey, and why don't you drink that and then you can lick that clean, like then it'll it's just like the same thing. I've heard that Eladrin's mouths are some of the cleanest mouths in all of the plains.
As great of an idea as that is, that would not be sanitary, and we do need to keep you sanitary as your precious body cannot be tainted.
Fine, rag me.
So she dabs you, and you realize that there is a slight sting.
Oh, I'm really melting now. Oh, it was real. This is real.
We just hear moaning coming from the bedroom.
Like, yeah.
This is the yelling I was talking about.
And then she uses healing. Wait, can I use spells?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. She uses healing word, and as she's like, okay, I'm gonna cast healing word on you. And I need you to sit still while I do this, okay?
Perfectly, like a stone.
And as her hands light up with the healing ability, and she goes to touch Ophelia's chest, you hear a slight and then Ophelia
Out there,
is healed.
I don't want to know.
And then she looks Ophelia in the eyes. It's just, do you feel better?
She's like smoking a cigarette.
I would like to note that healing word you can do at range. It's just you say something and they heal. So you touching Ophelia was on your own volition.
Yeah. It was totally
here I go. I'm casting healing word. Like, oh, that was wonderful. Was that as good for you as it was for me?
Zuri's face is extremely like flushed, and she is like a panting, and she's like, yeah, that was so good. I don't. Do you want to do it again?
Yes, I do.
And then reality, like her sense kicks back into Zuri, and she's like, no.
Oh.
Actually, I need to use the ladies' room, so I'm going to go step away for a moment.
I'll miss you. I'll be
I'll
here.
miss you. And she pats Ophelia on the head as she walks.
Goes through the door. You see Asriel, Varian, Fenrir in the main room now, looking over a large book on the table. They all look up as you step out, and you're flushed.
Oh, what's going on out here? Do any interesting tidbits we would like to share?
You guys are very loud.
Yeah, do you need a third?
He volunteers.
I mean, if you're volunteering as tribute, just kidding, just kidding. But however, I do need to use the ladies' room, so I'm going to step away. But I would like to see what this book that you have before I step back into the room with Ophelia.
Probably not.
Oh, we don't want to share.
I prefer not to. You wouldn't
What
be able to read it anyway.
But what if I give you so when Zuri heals and it's like within like close proximity, she's very like over the top, like nice. But what if I give you bread?
I'm alright.
Okay, then no fun time for you.
No fun time for me.
Goes to the bathroom and then goes back into the room with Ophelia. Ophelia, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did you have fun while I was gone?
No, I missed you terribly.
Do you understand why you may have hurt Varian's feelings today?
I forgot his name, and apparently people frown on that.
And what else?
Oh, I called him a little boy, and apparently we don't call human children little boys because it's racist. I don't know. I don't understand the etiquette here. The world has really changed.
It's mean.
Oh, is that mean?
It's
Because where I come from, that's not mean.
well, that's mean now, and
Oh.
I don't think Varian was very appreciative
Like,
of.
Where I'm from, like, mean is like, oh, I ordered an ale and you forgot to bring it out, and then their throat gets slit. Like, that's mean. You know, that's cruel. Forgetting the little boy's name, not so much. But okay, so you're saying that, wow, the world's really changed. Shit.
Just be mindful about it going forward.
Be mindful. Okay, here I go, I'll try.
Okay.
Varian is not a little boy. He looks like a little boy, but we don't call him little. Even though he is little, we don't call him that. We call him Varian, not little boy, even though he looks little. Got it. It's in there forever. Not going anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're being such a good girl.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm totally getting my way into Elysium. Do you think that we could have a little chat? Just, you know, before we go to sleep. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Of course. What do you have?
Sit next to me. Should I put my shirt back on?
Please.
Okay, it was a little cold, so. So you know when the explosion happened and like all these people died, blah blah blah, and then we got teleported down to the the deity of justice lady's place or something?
Yes. I was there.
And, right, you were there, right? You know, like, and you were healing people, and you healed me first. Thank you, darling. And then you went, and I think you healed, the red tiefling, or maybe it was the paladin, or it could have been the little Varian, or it could have been Varian. Did you remember when you did that?
I do. I do remember doing that. That's what a cleric does.
And you do such a good job at it, really. Bang up job, darling. It just, do you think that, let's say shit hits the fan again and we probably might all die. Do you think that if that were the case, let's say Varian, the little boy, or not, who's not little, he's a man. Right? That's a man.
He's a young man.
He's a young man, right? And Azriel and the paladin and I were all bleeding out, and it was it. We're going to die. This is the end of days. And you only had enough healing magic to heal just one person in the party. I was just wondering, you would save me, right, darling? I mean, we're so close, and we've been through so much together, and I would absolutely defend you with my life if things were reversed.
Ophelia, I don't think that, if given the circumstances, that I should be in the case. I will say that if you are all dying and I only have one magic spell,
Right.
and I can only heal one person,
Just one.
I would use my stronger magic so that I can heal more than one person.
Right.
'cause
But if there was like a burning building and you only had enough strength to physically pull one of us from the wreck before it explodes and we all die in fire and screams and ash, would you pull me? You know, your friend, your best friend, honestly. And who cherishes you very much, or one of these new people that you don't even know. You know, would it be me or would it be them? I would pull you.
I know you would
I
save
would.
me, and as it stands current, I would. Fuck.
Sorry.
I'm going to plead the fifth on this, Ophelia, as I am not sure what the appropriate answer you are looking for is, and to decide whose life is greater than another's is not right of a cleric of my
Right.
stature.
But sorry, my dear, my sweet, beautiful Eladrin, sorry. Listen, when the paladin or the Varian or the tiefling die. Fuck, I don't know about the tiefling, but I can for sure guarantee, most likely, that Varian and the paladin are probably guaranteed Elysium, right? They seem like decent folk, especially the paladin. And the boy is, you know, pure. Aren't the little boys pure? No, man. I'm sure he's pure. I think he might be a virgin. He's definitely getting into Elysium. But you remember me, darling. Me. A Lemore. I get straight sent back to the hells, where I will suffer for all eternity. Now, when you think about pulling us out of the fire, they essentially are guaranteed paradise, but not me. I'm going to be tortured for all eternity. Is that where you see me?
No, and for the sake of this conversation, I will say that I will save you, given that you are the closest one to me at the time.
Yes, of course. Yes. Because I'd be the closest one to you at the time. Okay. Oh, I'm so tired now. Oh, I'm glad we had that conversation. Come here, darling. You want to sleep on my tits? You're peeking.
Shit. Yes, I would like to sleep on your tits.
That's good.
All right. As Zuri nestles in to the warm embrace of Mount Celestia, um, which is where you go when you die, not Elysium.
Oh shit, sorry.
Okay. And Azriel, Varian, and Fenrir are also going to end up going to bed at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once he's done writing down pretty much what's happened today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you all settle in this unfamiliar place, except for Azriel, not sorry, Ophelia and Zuri.
In
Um,
Ophelia's room. This place reeks of unholiness.
In Ophelia's
Very-
room, it's silks, it's gorgeous, like it she has put up tapestries, she has like clean rugs. It looks very nice actually.
yes, it's very decadent.
How did she get all this stuff? I'm not gonna ask.
But you all nestle down after a very trialing day, having one survived an explosion that killed Zuri's comrades. Zuri almost added to that list. Remember that the site they said there were 4 dead clerics, and you only remember 3, other than you. Having met Adicia, who did not hold up to typical interpretations of a god. Learning that you can't escape each other as much as you may want to. Each of you now little more than corporealized energy at this point. Lurking all around you at any moment. Horrific aberrations in the very weave of the universe itself. But you try to put that all out of your mind as you go to sleep. And that's what we'll call the session.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just want to go for 4 more hours.
I know.
Me too.
I
Right?
know. That was so fun. I had so much fun. Thank you guys.
It's nice. Good job.
Yes,
Yay!
That was so fun.
Good first session.
Start from laughing.
I'm gonna switch us to the stream end, so I'm gonna mute.